Dun 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 Hello. Can you hear me? How are we doing tonight? You guys ready for a prehistoric triple stream? I know Kong's not a dinosaur, but he's implied to be a prehistoric species in the movies, if I'm remembering correctly. Australopithecus or whatever. How we doing tonight, chat? You guys looking forward to this figure as much as I have? Ever since I saw that it was being made? My goodness. The trials that I had to go through to even get it. And by trials, I mean waiting for it to be in stock at a reasonable price. And even then, I didn't get it for the most reasonable price. We can get into that when we actually get started here. My night's going good, thanks for asking. Jewish meme man. It's going alright. We got Kid Sens in the chat, D March, Aiden, Ivbrem Kinjardi. Had to kill 50 men for it. Real. Alright. I'm just about ready, but let's just wait for the countdown to go all the way to 0. That gives me time to give you some water ASMR. Ah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, hell yeah. Matthew Carroll, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a fun one tonight. Matthew's new, by the way. It's a Zeus, indeed. We do have some beauties tonight. I've been looking forward to all 3 of these figures for a while. And again, we can get into more detail when we actually get started here. Buddy Does Art in the chat is asking what art tablet I use. It's a Huion Canvas Pro 20. Huion, that's H-U-I-O-N. Huion. I suppose you can pronounce it like that as well, if you're dumb like me. Good tablet. Cheaper than the Wacom, which is the industry standard, I'm pretty sure, but Huion is better value, I suppose. Alright, chat. Alright.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, thank you.
Oh, yes.
Stay tuned for that. I'll show the donations and we'll get into donations later on. But with the countdown being over and it being 6:30 p.m. PT, we're gonna get started very soon. How are we all doing tonight? All 101 of you! Like a certain group of Dalmatians, huh? Welcome! And thank you, by the way, for voting. Glad you noticed. And I mean, was it even a question? Spinosaurus was gonna win, of course. And that is the one that I wanted to win, by the way, because I have been eager to get my hands on this thing here. But the question now is... Oh, okay. The poll solved it for me. So we're first going to be taking a look at the Spinosaurus, then the V-Rex, which came in second place, and then Kong is the last figure that we're going to be playing with tonight. So thank you very much for voting. I am going to end the poll, and we're going to get started very soon. Let me just do a little more water ASMR. And we're going to be off to the races here. Let's go. So what if you can see the darkest side of... Hey, Hey, my name is Jobby, and welcome to a Just Playing stream. Been a damn minute since I've done one of these, and what better way to come back with the Hammond Collection SPINOSAURUS here. My God, if you've been catching up, if you've been keeping up with this news for this particular figure, you will know that this thing is a hard one to get a hold of, and I barely got my order in here from Entertainment Earth, which is a store that I am not associated with at all. Never bought from them ever until they had the Spinosaurus in stock. Unfortunately, like with many other stores that had this figure in stock, it's sold out at Entertainment Earth. And also, it's sold out through the link in the description, but I have linked it just in case it comes back in stock at the Big Bad Toy Store, which, by the way, you can find our other two figures that we're going to take a look at tonight. So after the Spinosaurus, we're going to be cracking open the Nanmu Studio V-Rex from the Peter Jackson King Kong movie. And Nanmu Studio haven't done an official review on the main channel quite yet, but we did play with their Jurassic Park Velociraptor. Holy moly, that was an excellent figure, looked really, really good, and I'm hoping for the best for this one. Not as big as I would like. I would prefer my dinosaurs to be Hammond Collection size, but you can't win in all aspects, huh? So there you go. Already looking good in the box. Hopefully she looks just as good outside of it. And then finally, chat, the final figure that we're going to take a look at tonight will be the Hiya Toys Kong from Godzilla. The Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. Man, for some reason, I have been really excited for this figure as well. I mean, this image right here is the first image of the figure that I saw, and it's such a great promotional images. Such great promotional images that this figure had. This one might be one of the best promo pictures that I've seen for a figure. It looks so good. Hiya Toys continues to deliver, and hopefully my hype is not in vain. And that goes with all of my figures, huh? So, if you've never been to one of these streams before, it's simple. I mean, you guys in the chat here, you can see yourselves. Feel free to continue commenting, questioning. I'll do my best to interact with you. However, if you need me to see something, I highly recommend that you donate, because not only does that guarantee that I see your comment or question, it also helps out the channel a lot. Thank you very much in advance. You don't have to, but again, I will see your comment or question. And now, without further ado, let's spum. Leave a like if you get that. Okay.
I love you, Elliot!
Thank you. Let me switch the camera. Forgot to do that. Been a while since I've streamed. It's been a whole week, actually. There you go. There you go. We're here. Alright, unboxing time. We are starting it off big and bold. The Hammond Collection SPINOSAURUS. Anybody watch Jurassic Park 3 growing up? One of my favorite childhood movies, but I gotta admit, I haven't seen it in a long time. Barely remember any of it. But the thing that I will always remember, and hold that thought, thank you very much.
Videos and first stream I caught time going for Kellen's record and finished watching Rot for the 32th time last night.
Oh
I
my
own 2 disc copies
God.
and saw it twice in theaters when my parents got divorced.
Well, I'm glad that that movie could help you out in that difficult time, but you're also the death of cinema. Thank you. And thank you for that donation. Here we go. The Spinosaurus, chat. One of my favorite dinosaurs growing up, especially from this movie. I mean, that scene with the T-Rex, I'll never forget it. I had quite a few Spinosaurus things growing up as well. And my God, look at that. Whoa! Oh, man. I wish I had this guy when I was growing up. You know, weirdly enough, one of my favorite Spinosaurus toys was the Lego Studio? Not a great Spinosaurus minifigure, but I just remember it being so cool that there was a Lego Spinosaurus at all. Shout out to anybody who remembers that, you know, if you're decrepit and falling apart at the seams. I'm looking for my plastic cutters right now because there are some twist ties here. Oh! A thought that I should follow up on. The thought? Random microfiber cloth. There you go. Got our plastic cutters here. A thought that I should follow up on that I put out during the waiting screen. So this guy, if you check the link in the description, there you go, he retails for about $60, which is a excellent price, by the way, for a figure of this size and potential quality. I haven't gotten my hands on it yet, but we'll see if it's fully worth that price. But just on the fact that it's so big, $63, $60, pretty damn good. However, at Entertainment Earth, one of the few places that was carrying it, it was about $70, so I paid technically $10 extra. And then on top of that, chat, I paid an exorbitant, that's a word, right? Exorbitant shipping fee. So in total, unfortunately, I paid about $100 for this thing. You know, not quite scalper prices, but still more than the retail price, but whatever. I don't care. It's been so long. It's been such a struggle getting this anywhere that I'll take it for $100. Fuck it. And again, we'll find out if it was worth the wait and worth the pain. Without love, pain. Wrong song. Wrong 3 Days Grace song to be singing. Okay. So... just a big, dumb toy that looks surprisingly good for a Mattel figure. Not sponsored tonight. Haven't been sponsored by them since Battle Claw. But still, man. Impressive. And we haven't even attached the tail yet. Let's put this off to the side. This is a boy, right? I know in the first movie all the dinosaurs are female, but the Spinosaurus is a dude, right? I don't know. I don't want to misgender the dinosaur now. Yeah, let me just lay him down for now. And, there we go. Can cut out the tail. Alright, thank you. Thank you, Alien Riz, for confirming that the Spinosaurus is male. Oh, there's a hidden twist tie in the back here. There you go. And there it is. I will say, I don't remember the Spinosaurus being this colorful. It might have had these markings. Thank you very much.
Yeah, plug in the tail to its spinocy hole.
Oh, you bet I am, you naughty donator. Really appreciate that. Icy dude. Okay. But yeah, I don't quite remember the Spinosaurus being this colorful. Might have had these markings in the movie. I just remember it being a bit more desaturated. So that's, right off the bat, I'm bitching, but you know what? Let's attach the tail. Right into that hole. Right. Let's position it. Ooh, nice tight ball joint here. Just aim it. And... that was a good snap. And here we have it, chat. The moment that I've been waiting for a while. And with the tail, too, he should be able to stand up a bit more easy. Holy shit. Even with the, potentially oversaturated markings, this guy looks so good. And I love how big he is. Look at it. Look at this shit. Oh my goodness gracious. The proportions too look really good. I think they look even better than the T-Rex, which I could bring out for a comparison if you guys remind me later. God damn. And of course, right away, I gotta do a joint check here. I've heard some people say that their neck joint is loose, but feels really good on my copy, and you could already tell the range of articulation on this thing. Let's check that mouth. Can't close his mouth all the way. I don't know if that's necessarily a negative, but this is his default expression. He will always be mouth breathing, like me. So, let's see him open his mouth. How wide can he get? Oh! Jesus! He's eating my backlight right there. Oh my god. God damn, dude. God damn. Look, that looks so good. I could be totally wrong about the color. And I say that because it's growing on me. Holy. Now, something that I'm still not quite a fan of. I get the idea. Are the eyes. They actually look better than the T-Rex's. The T-Rex's eyes look kind of dead because you couldn't see the pupil. At least this one you could see the pupil kind of. And they made the eyes like that so that it can follow you as you turn the head, so he's always looking at you. You know what? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I guess not necessarily the best for photography purposes and, in my case, toy review purposes. But in person, it definitely looks a lot more expressive. Oh, you just catch the light in the proper way here, and you could see the figure just come to life right there. Look at that. That's a good shot. That's a good shot of the eye right there. Oh, man. Oh. Teeth are flexible for the safety of the young children that will buy this figure. What's the age rating on this thing? We're playing with a baby toy tonight, aren't we? 8 years old. Yeah. Here. So there you go. 8-year-olds aren't gonna poke out their eyes with the teeth here. And even with the flexible material on the teeth, they look sharp. They look sharp, they look clean. Just really good detail inside the mouth here. Well, maybe not really good, but good enough. Look at that. And you could see too that the membrane, same thing with the T-Rex. Oh, I gotta be careful before that. Yep. Can fall out of place pretty easily. There you go. Oh! And on the topic of the T-Rex, chat, one of the first Just Playing streams that I did on this channel, actually, was a T-Rex, right? Someone can confirm that for me. I'm pretty sure I did a double dino stream very long time ago. It was the Hammond Collection T-Rex and a Godzilla figure. Kind of happening again. And I bring that up because this stream... Is this stream the 100th Just Playing stream, or is it the 101?
Swivel here.
There's that number again. Promise I didn't plan that out. Anyway, over 100 Just Playing streams. We're here. That's pretty crazy. So it's a good way to celebrate with the Hammond Collection SPINOSAURUS here. Is the tongue posable? The tongue is posable and very flexible. God. Let's try to push the articulation. Let's just see the extent of it and how the joints feel. Again, the neck ball joints feel really nice. Every ball joint can be. Arm moves out like that. Pretty tight here, this hinge joint. Then we got rotation here, bend at the elbow, hinge joint at the wrist, and the entire hand is a flexible soft plastic. Again, for safety reasons. And for flexible plastic, it looks pretty sharp. They've definitely perfected this soft plastic detailing over the years, huh? Yeah, I don't think you would even notice just by looking at it that the whole hand was a different material than the rest of the body. They just did a good job. They just did a good job at making these different materials blend in with each other visually. Does feel kind of weird though for the entire hand to be flexible. I guess that gives you unofficial finger articulation, although he won't be able to hold any of these poses. But there you go. No midsection articulation, which is fine. I don't even think the Nanmu Studio version of the Spinosaurus, which I'm looking forward to a lot, by the way. I don't even think that one's gonna have mid-body articulation, so not a problem. I don't even know how they would handle it with the spine. Spine looks good, by the way. The titular spine. Pretty good material there. Got a good sound to it. Oh. This is just a big chunky piece of plastic here. And how about the legs? Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Thank you!
Super chatted $5.
Thank you very
the
much.
Mouth can close. Close it by the base of the jaw and it'll close shut completely. Love this toy. I got 4 and am not afraid to admit it.
You got
JP
4 of them?
Peak.
Holy shit! I hope you're not a scalper. Nah, you're a fan. I didn't mean to call you a scalper. No one deserves that. Appreciate it. I'll try to close up the jaw completely. Yeah, so far, I'm really liking this thing. There we go! Oh, you were right. Closes all the way. Membrane sticks up, but you could probably shove that in. There we go. Okay. Yep. Wow, that looks good. That looks really good. Just give you a sense of the detail here. Sculpting is really good. But admittedly, the paint is a little unsubtle, a little cartoony. Not bad at all, though. But it's just something that I had to point out for anyone wanting a more naturalistic-looking figure.
Oh, yes.
Not quite there with the paint, but not bad at all. Yeah, the sculpting really takes center stage here. And where were we with the leg articulation here? Love the fact that the hips are on ratchet joints. I'm telling you, man, more kaiju or monster figures, I suppose, should have ratchets. Don't be afraid to incorporate ratchet joints on organic characters. Just adds stability, just feels really nice to handle. Very slight spread, though, unfortunately. Not quite a beautiful spread, but at least it's there. Thank you very much. And how about the knees? Whew. What the hell? The knees pretty tight, huh? Oh, there we go. These are just friction joints. Pretty tight friction joints. And got one of these, which I suppose you can also call a calf swivel. Calf swivel confirmed, chat. There we go. And then at the ankle, I know my dino anatomy. There you go. Ooh, more of these tight friction joints. Another swivel here. We got, another hinge joint at the foot. Yeah, the feet. The feet don't look too bad. I remember when the Hammond Collection T-Rex came out, a lot of people complaining about that figure's chunky feet. I think this figure's feet does a better job at looking more proportionate. Doesn't have big clown shoes. It's what people call the Hammond Collection T-Rex's feet. This looks a lot more naturalistic. I used that word twice without knowing fully what it means, but that is just the nature of being a YouTuber. Sometimes you talk about shit that you don't know fully, that you don't understand fully. Ooh, that's actually a bit of a ratchet. It's got a bit of a click to it. A soft click, you can't hear it, but you can definitely feel that click at the toe. And then the toe. It's a swivel, but goddamn, chat, that's an excellent pivot if I've ever saw one. Whoa. Again, chat, where the hell was this figure when I was growing up? I would have absolutely loved this thing. I'm falling in love with it, as I hoped I would. Really looking forward to this for a while. I am going to spum. And then the tail that we inserted, we got a tight old ball joint at the base there. Every ball joint feels really nice, actually. And then the actual tail, you notice that there's no segments at all. I assume it's bendable. The whole thing. Right? Yeah. Looks really good. Maybe it's where Nanmu Studios got their tail engineering from. No segmentation required. Unless there are segments, I could feel slight segmentation here. Maybe it has like some sort of a internal joint structure that I'm not aware of. But it definitely feels like a bendy wire. I'm not sure, actually. Whatever the case, it can articulate. Maybe not the most articulated. I think if I bend it any more than that, it'll start to look unnatural, but we can try it. Okay, no, that's definitely a bendy wire. Oh, actually, you can get some pretty curvy... Ooh. So whatever internal structure is in the tail is giving these nice skin folds when you bend the tail like that. Oh, beautiful. Oh my good God. And if you happen to get this on retail, for retail price, chat, absolutely worth it. This is so good. This is so good. Oh, I love this thing. I think I can officially say, like, look at how good it looks. This will look good in any display for sure. Love that head sculpt here. And really, if I had to find any complaints, it would be the paint. The coloring might be a little too saturated for my taste, I suppose. But even so, it does not detract from the figure at all. I mean, there's not much I can say that the figure isn't saying for itself, right? On that topic, that would have made this figure even better. I mean, figure is kind of just a piece of plastic. Imagine if they fit a sound chip in there. Wouldn't that be sweet? Anyway, it's not necessary. It's not going to affect my opinions on the figure at all, but I'm just saying. Bit of a missed opportunity with the entirety of the line, TBA. Wouldn't it be cool, though? I could have sworn there was like a Jurassic Park toy way back in the day that did have a button around here, and it roars, but whatever. Doesn't need that. The figure looks great as is. Holy shit. How are you guys feeling about it so far? Do you think my glazing is a bit unwarranted? Or do you think this is the best figure ever, and you need one right now even though it's sold out everywhere? And your only options now are to give in to scalpers, but never give in to scalpers, chat. Never do that. God damn, this is awesome. Oh, forgot to open up my... I'm so in love that I forgot to open up my water. Getting a bit thirsty. Super Noodles, thank you. The Jurassic Park 3 toys have the button on the side. Look at that. Look at that. My memory is coincidentally referring back to Jurassic Park toys. Jurassic Park 3 toys. Oh. This is so cool. Again, where the hell was this during my childhood? I would have absolutely freaked. And for not that bad of a price, if you can get it at retail. Even $70 is not bad. And you know what, chat? Allow me a little bit of cope. Even $100. I'm okay with it. And maybe that's because I've spent $100 on stupider shit, but I am not mad at all for paying $100 for this. I wouldn't necessarily tell you to get it at $100, but I'm just saying I don't mind. I don't mind. Oh, so good. So good. You know what? Before I continue to repeat myself, let's bring in a few comparison figures here. Just for scale. Just to give you an idea of how big this is. As it should be. So good. Look at that. Look at how big the Spinosaurus is. Man. So, as I mentioned previously, Nanmu Studio, who makes the next figure that we're going to take a look at, they're doing their own version of the Spinosaurus. It's going to be significantly smaller, unfortunately, but it's going to have that painting and detail that I would want from this guy. But my ideal figure would be this size and this feel with the painting and detailing of something like Nanmu Studio. That would be my ideal. Probably never gonna happen in my lifetime. And if it does, it'll cost $500 maybe. But that's just me talking about what could be. As for what is, it's great. I really like this thing. Don't regret it at all. And of course, chat. Of course. No one told me. No one reminded me, but I reminded myself just by sitting and stopping to think about it. Let me bring out the ultimate comparison figure here. I brought it from my storage for this purpose. We gotta do it. We gotta do it for nostalgia's sake. Oh, you know it's coming. Hammond Collection T-Rex, which I reviewed a long time ago. One of my first Just Playing streams on this channel. Let's crack this open and see it side by side to get those Jurassic Park 3 nostalgia vibes going. Oh man, and I thought the T-Rex was big. Just opening this up for the first time in a while since my Velociraptor stream. Damn. Puts into perspective how big the Spinosaurus is. And I'm assuming that's accurate scale, right? Someone can confirm that. Let's check it out. Oh. Oh my good God. Yeah, I could also see now. I didn't really have a problem with it back then. But now looking at it side by side with the Spinosaurus, the clown feet are a lot more prominent here. Mattel has definitely stepped up their game in the sculpting department when it came to the Spinosaurus. Although, I will say that the quality of the paint on the T-Rex might be a little bit better. I like the subtle gradations here that the Spinosaurus doesn't really have. Kind of, but not really. But the eyes on the Spinosaurus are a lot better because the T-Rex eyes is just super lifeless. You can't see the pupil, even in real life. You can barely see the pupil in real life, but forget about on camera. Really a misguided attempt to do the glass eye thing. They definitely improved that on the Spinosaurus. So each of these figures have their pros and cons, but I think overall, if I had to pick one, I think I would go with the Spinosaurus. But they look so good together, Chad. Oh man, they look so good together. Hey, that's the name of the stream, right? Come on. Come on, that's the name of the stream. Just Playing, huh? Ugh. God damn, and the Spinosaurus mouth can open up so wide to get that display here. You know we gotta do it. Oh, man. Yeah, this is sick. Having a good time already. Stream just started. We're having a great time. Look at that. That's a good display right there. Holy shit. It's so good. Oh my goodness gracious. Amazing. Amazing. Exactly. Absolute cinema. Dead Ghoul. Absolute cinema. 100%. Oh, man. Oh, man. Really enjoying these figures here. But I don't think I'm gonna pick up any more Hammond Collection. I've peaked. Alright? Hammond Collection has peaked. For me, at least. These are the only Hammond Collection figures that I really need in life. I'm so glad that they did the Spinosaurus. And I do get the hype now. Maybe calm it down a bit, because this is, at the end of the day, you know, a mainline Mattel figure that shouldn't be super expensive. And in that sense, I gotta give shit to Mattel. They better reissue this figure at some point, because I don't even think Mattel realized how popular this figure was gonna be. What I'm trying to say is, we all need the Hammond Collection Spinosaurus in our life. We shouldn't be subject to the craziness of online pre-orders, getting sold out in stores. Like, produce more. Produce more, Mattel. Come on. So I can recommend this to more people. I do recommend this figure highly, if you can get your hands on it. It's just a bit of a ridiculous situation. So, yeah. I hope Mattel gets their shit together and produces more so that we don't have to be the victims of scalpers. Because if you're a dinosaur fan, if you're a Jurassic Park fan, you need this shit in your life. You need both of these figures so you can get that display. Like, right there, that would be a perfect display on a shelf. Maybe adjust the posing a little bit. This one, I just quickly cobbled it together, but it looks pretty good, right? Ah. Excellent. Excellent figure. Of course, though, these Just Playing streams technically are not supposed to be considered reviews. They are merely my first impressions. But 9 times out of 10, chat, if a figure gets a positive first impressions on my stream, my opinion doesn't really change all that much. So, I mean, when I do review this on the main channel, it's gonna get high marks, I'm pretty sure. Like, it's really fun. Really fun toy. Glad I got it. Glad that I got lucky enough to get it from a reputable retailer. Not so glad that I had to pay over a little over $100, but I don't mind. Not the worst thing that could have happened. I could have ended up paying $200 or $300 on like Amazon or eBay or something, but I waited. And shout out, by the way, I forget who it was specifically, but someone did link me to the figure. So really appreciate that. Everybody who follows me on Twitter, thank you very much. If you follow me on Twitter and you're watching right now, you know, give yourself a shout out. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for making me aware of the figure. Oh, man. Anyway, chat. I think that's all I gotta say for now. You know, I gotta come up with something more interesting to say about it for the full review, but those are my first impressions. And before we move on to our next figure here, which is the Nanmu Studio... Oh, goddamn. My earbuds. The Nanmu Studio V-Rex from the Peter Jackson King Kong movie. Before we move on to this, which I'm also very much looking forward to seeing how this figure holds up. Let me read donations. Thank you very much for your donations so far. Thank you for waiting. Let's take a look here. And for context, for a clarification, these are going to be donations that were under $5. Because if you donated $5 and above, I've responded to your donation already because of my TTS bot. So thank you once again. All right, chap. All right, under an hour. Look at that. Stream is going at a good pace, I think. Here we go. We got Hayden CNG with $1 through the Stream Elements. Thank you very much for donating through that link in the description. Hey Jobby, so I'm building my own park for the fan server. Basically, every animal in my park was voted by members. However, I wanted to save the apex predator for you, so will it be Spinosaurus? Cardontosaurus? T-Rex? Or Indominus Rex or Giganotosaurus? I mean, perhaps it's recency bias, but it's gotta be the Spinosaurus, at least for now. There you go. Spinosaurus, make it so. We got DNL Stop Motion with $4.99. Hey Jobby, what do you think of the Fans Toys Berserk / Blitzwing? A figure that I never knew was going to come out because a while back now, BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description, they sent out their customers an email saying that this particular Blitzwing figure was done, canceled, not gonna happen. And now it did happen, so I'm definitely getting it. I love me some Blitzwing, of course, so I'm looking forward to it. Fans Toys, they do good stuff. So hopefully that transformation does not make me want to splatter my brains on the wall and see what's on my mind. That's the quote, right? Anyway, we got a new member here. Really appreciate that. And who may this be? Indoraptor died. Okay, thank you very much for becoming a member. We got Icy Dude, which I responded already. Icy Dude once again. Thank you for gooning, I suppose. And we got I'm Bored with $1 through the Stream Elements. Hey, Jordan. Happy Fries Day. Another name I've never been called until now. In all honesty, though, I'd say avoid Entertainment Earth. Too late. That's where I bought this figure. That's the only place that it was in stock. They are a bunch of scammers with all of their pricing, and I hear that they lie about pre-orders too. Amazon and eBay are better because you can see which seller is good. Well, I suppose in the case of the Spinosaurus, Entertainment Earth was my best option because it was on Amazon, but for like $200, $300 from a seller that I've never heard of. So I think it could go either way. I mean, I will be wary about Entertainment Earth in the future. I was desperate, all right? I had to do it. But anyway, thank you for your well-intentioned warning. I will keep it in mind. We got Hayden CNG with another $1 through the Stream Elements. I am unsure if I can post a link in October's Failbox to my YouTube channel of the park tour and that you have to choose the Apex Predator went through. If it did, then yesterday I got Generations Retro Deluxe Sea Spray, very oddly good figure. Well, good for you, man, and see you on the next Failbox. We got Kaiju Park with some pro tips for the figure. Thank you once again. And Kaiju Park with $2 just says good boy. Okay. He is a good boy, isn't he? We got Joseph Leroy with 20 months. Whew. 20 months being a member. Hey, Jobby, what would you call a lesbian dinosaur? You could call it a Lickalotopus. Okay, that one was bad. That's classic. Certified hood classic, I'd say. I've been hearing that joke since the early 2000s. Maybe I was too young to even get it, but that is an unk joke. Certified unk joke for show. And I appreciate it. And then we have a bunch of emotes that Stream Elements can't process, but I appreciate you using the custom member emotes. We got CRISPR103 with 219. Early to ask, what did you think of this month's Nintendo Direct? I didn't see it. What got announced? Let me know. Now we got Kaiju Park again with $2. Says, stop, he's already dead. Clearly he's not. They're still struggling, as you can see right now on the turntable. We got Nephi, the Space Warrior, with $1. through the stream elements. Have you seen the restoration of the IRL Spino? Bro has short legs and Titanosaurus tail. It was also larger than a T-Rex, but his stubby leg is meant to be like alligators and crocs. I did see that, and I still like him. I still like the Spinosaurus, even if he looks like a stubby crocodile. And I hope they make a figure of that scientifically accurate Spinosaurus one day. I would totally get it. Something about the spine just makes it automatically cool, no matter what the rest of his proportions look like. And we got CRISPR 103 with 219 here. Jobby, can you make them kiss and also give Spino a long kiss? Might have to save that for the end. I think that would be a good stream ender. Spoilers. Alright. So for the last thing, let's make them kiss, and then we will move on to our next figure here. It's okay. They're fighting. They're fighting. There you go. Goddamn. Goddamn, that's hot. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Oh no. Oh no, paper plane. What did you... Paper plane, what did you stumble into? Why did you... Why did you have to come in while we were... That's fine. How you doing? How you doing? I'm sorry you had to see this. All right. Another 3 Days Grace song. What song is this? Pain without love, pain, I can't get enough. So what if you can see the darkest side of me? Nobody ever tells the sad up all I become. Good shit. Good shit. Alright. Spinosaurus. Clear winner here compared to the Hammond Collection T-Rex. Both good figures, but goddammit, Spinosaurus. Worth the hype. Worth the wait. And I think now we should move on to our next figure, since we have two more figures that I want to take a look at tonight. But Spinosaurus can hang out in the background. There we go, because I do want to look at him forever. And why not put Hammond Collection T-Rex off to the side here as well. Interesting backdrop that we got going on for our prehistoric triple stream.
Oh yes.
Now, chat, thank you very much. Stay tuned. Now, for something a little bit different here. Not only is it a completely different creature, we got the Nanmu Studio V-Rex Dark Moon Queen Beauty. Let's give the box a bit of a turnaround and look at that. Beautiful stuff here. So not only is it a completely different creature, completely different company, different scale, and different objective, let's say, because for the Hammond Collection Spinosaurus, obviously, this was just designed to be a big, dumb, articulated toy at an affordable price point, if you can get it at retail. This figure is geared more towards collectors. Maybe it might sound a bit pretentious, but it has more focus on painting and sculpting and accuracy to the source material. Although, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I don't think that this particular color scheme showed up in the Peter Jackson King Kong movie. They did have a more movie-accurate version, but I missed the boat on that one. It sold out before I could order it. So I went with this one. Not a bad color scheme at all. So let's pop it open, and let's see what Nanmu Studios has cooked. And by the way, if you haven't seen their Velociraptor, it's what convinced me to get the rest of their figures. Their Velociraptor was so amazing. Actually, let me pull out the box so I can show you. If you missed that stream, you could already see from the box of the Nanmu Studio. So good. Jurassic Park 1 Velociraptor. So I hope that the V-Rex is just as high quality. And another unfortunate thing with the Nanmu Studio stuff is they're not to scale. I don't know why that is. The Velociraptors have their own scale to their bigger carnivores. If they were to scale, the bigger carnivore would have to be Spinosaurus size, which I want, but Nanmu Studios is not willing to do, so whatever. Let's just crack this open and judge it on its own merits here. All right. Here we go. And yes, this particular company, Nanmu Studio, is doing their own version of the Spinosaurus, and more soon, the T-Rex, which is already up for pre-order again through the Big Bad Toy Store. Really looking forward to those. Here we go. V-Rex time. What does the V stand for? Vussy? Bad joke, cut that out.
Swivel here.
Thank you very much, stay tuned. Whoa. Ooh. Now, weirdly enough, this feels a lot more solid and heftier than even... Okay, never mind. I guess just like the size to weight ratio. This thing feels like a pretty hefty brick. And already looking very, very good too. Put that off to the side. And just like the Spinosaurus, the tail is packaged separately. And I'm sure this does have a bendy wire component too, but it does actually have a few joint segments. There's the bendy wire at the end there, I'm pretty sure. We can mess with that later. Now we got a few stand parts. Very similar to what was included with their Velociraptor, but I just don't see how this is helpful, really. But we can find out together, huh? Alright. That was the unboxing for the V-Rex. There are no instructions. And why would there be? It's not like this thing has a transformation sequence. Okay. Alright. Ah, man, I again, I'm gonna judge the figure on its own merits because so far it looks really good, but just for my personal preference, I wish this was bigger. I wish Nanmu Studios would go big with the same amount of detailing and painting and sculpting and all that, but bigger. It's fine. Sizes and everything, you know. Okay. Now, because this is not a simple peg and slot connection, it's a ball joint, we're gonna have to heat that up. So let's roast this prehistoric chicken here. Okay. Anybody watch the Peter Jackson King Kong movie, by the way? Anybody like that movie? I know that movie has mixed opinions, but I watched it in the theater when I was pretty young, and I remember enjoying it even though it was 3 hours. That was the thing that everyone talked about back in the day. Oh, the Kong movie sucks because it's 3 hours. But nowadays, that's kind of the standard, right? I don't know, I really did like the movie. And I especially like the V-Rex stuff. V-Rex was cool. Yeah, Brontosaurus scene from 2005 gets me every time, but it's a good movie. Indeed, Paper Plane. Agreed. Some of the green screen isn't the best, for sure. But ooh, okay. That went in pretty easy. That's what she said. Anyway, I do remember like the CG on Kong, the actual Kong character being really good. But yeah, that some of the green screen on Skull Island was not great. But here we have her, chat. The Nanmu Studio Dark Moon Queen V-Rex with the tail attached went in with no issue. Oh, man. Oh, this looks very, very good. Let's zoom in here. Get a good look at her. Reposition the camera there. Whoa. That is some beautiful sculpting on the head here. And the eyes look amazing, just super cleanly painted. Look at that. about that mouth. What that mouth do. Ooh. Beautiful. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Though I have to admit, when I compare this to the Velociraptor, it doesn't quite hit me the same. Maybe it's because the Velociraptor just looks so much like a movie prop. But this figure is still excellent, for sure. Still looks excellent. Oh, yeah, get a good full body view of all that detail. All right, I might have to move Spino out the way because the camera keeps focusing on him, which I don't blame the camera for. How could you not focus on Spinosaurus? And Modica too, get out of here. There you go. Thank you very much.
Dead 3 super chatted $5. Best Skull Island design, but not my favorite Kong film. That goes to GVK, and that's coming from someone who dislikes GVK, Mechagodzilla, and all of GXK.
Oh my god. Well, thank you very much for that donation. How could you dislike GXK? I mean, I totally get it, actually. It's a dumbass movie, but I love it because it's dumb. GXK, the new Peak Pyre is pretty good. It's a fun time. I guess you just have to be in a certain mood for it. You have to have a certain IQ to really appreciate GXK. And by that, I mean your IQ has to be below 5. So, good for you for not being dumb, I guess. GXK is just really... I like it. It's my favorite MonsterVerse movie. Oh, man. Get a better look at the inside of the mouth. Was the V-Rex's mouth always this pale? I assume that's accurate, but it just kind of... I didn't expect it. When I think of dinosaur mouth membranes, I think of it as fleshy and pink, reminds me of your mama. But this also reminds me of your mama, but in a different way. There you go. But still, the detailing, really, really good. All the teeth here, because this figure is geared towards more adult collectors. There's no flexible plastic for the teeth, so all of the stuff that looks sharp is sharp. Ah! Damn, but it does look very, very good. I think... Yeah, kind of seems that way. I think the inside of the mouth, at least the teeth, they're using some type of a clear plastic, so it has a very realistic finish on the teeth, and very each tooth is very well defined. They don't blend into an indistinguishable mush. And that might be a weird thing to bring up, but it's a consistent issue with SH Monster Arts, for example. So, gotta give props to Nanmu for that. And props for the entire figure, too, because this is beautiful. Beautiful stuff. I'm assuming it's movie accurate, right? I don't remember exactly how the V-Rex looks, but I'm assuming it looked like this, in a different color scheme. Now, chat, because we've already admired her visual beauty, what about her playability? First of all, her tiny arms are articulated, but not fully. Unfortunately, you don't get separate hand joints, although not super necessary, but would have been appreciated. That neck... Ball joint here. Can look up that far, and just like the Velociraptor, the ball joints here kind of feel maybe a little loose for comfort, which I actually ended up resolving on my Velociraptor, by the way. I had to disassemble. I had to heat it up, disassemble the neck, and put a little dab of super glue in each of the sockets. Spread it around a little bit, wait for it to completely dry, reattach them. The Velociraptor feels a lot better for that, and I think I'm gonna have to do the same thing here with the V-Rex. 'cause it's not awful, but there's clearly a bit of a wiggle. Not the best. And I guess, you know, depending on the collector, this wouldn't be a big issue. But yeah, for me being such a big articulation, playability guy, this doesn't meet my standard. So yeah, I think later on I'm gonna, again, heat it up, disassemble it, put a bit of super glue in each of the sockets, and that should improve the feel of the neck quite a bit. But for now, it's not the worst. I really hope that their T-Rex doesn't have the same issue. There's only so many times that I could do the same fix for each figure, right? There you go. We got a little bit of a swivel since they are all ball joints. The tongue is not posable, unfortunately. We got a midsection here, a chest ball joint, and that works really well. That feels good. Doesn't feel super wobbly. And a little bit of, actually quite a bit down. Quite a bit of a crunch, huh? And then I'll arcing back. That works really well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if only the neck joints felt like this joint here. That feels really nice. Especially feels nice going up and down for some reason. Very satisfying too, just simple. It's a simple joint cut, but it works really well. Doesn't feel, the sculpt doesn't feel too broken by it. Then we got our thighs here. Kind of got a decent spread. There you go, decent spread. And it's not a double ball joint here. So it's just the one strut with the ball joint at the end of it. Can rotate pretty damn far. Farther than natural. Can't quite do a 360. Kind of gets caught up in the sculpting there. But that is not necessary. And then I can move back that far. So pretty good. Pretty good. Got a bend at the knee. Ooh, a little bit of a click too. But I don't think that's a ratchet. That's just the tightness of the joint. Ooh, yeah, that feels nice. There you go. And we have the ankle, which is just a ball joint. Every ball joint can be. This ball joint feels really good. And again, wish that the neck ball joints had the same feel as this and this. So just a little bit inconsistent, but at least the majority of the figure has those tight ball joints here. Move all around like that. Oh, yeah. And then we got the toes. So I think that's a ball joint as well. Not that much of a pivot, which is a bit of a shame. But I guess the pivot point would be right here at the ankle. So yeah, if you consider this part a pivot, then you get a pretty damn good one. The toes have a ball joint here, but they function more like a swivel. And anything bad I said about the ankle here gets completely swept under the rug because each of these toes have a hinge joint. What a great detail. I might have to warm up that little toe here because that seems to be tight, but look at this. Each of them have a hinge joint. That's so good. It's so good. And yes, again, because this is for more older collectors, very sharp. Be careful with that. Oh, man. Hey, what's up, Shocks? Shocks is saying Lordy. I hope that's not a response to V-Rex feet. Naughty, naughty. I hope that transforms to a Decepticon I hate to disappoint you, but there's no transformation tonight.
I said
Yeah,
up 3
boy.
Thank you.
chatted $10. Not a fan of having Shimo freezing Ghidorah instead of Godzilla or bringing back the Iwi. It kinda makes Cotton and Skull Island less impactful. Also Evo looks starved and his spines are weirdly shaped.
I don't know anything about that, Icy Dude. All I know is big monster go burr, and then the movie's good. That's all I remember. I remember Big Monkey slamming Small Monkey as a weapon, and movie good. I remember Big Monkey and Evil Big Monkey jumping off of Lizard, and they clash in the air, and the movie was good. That's what I remember from it. So that's I'm not saying your opinion is wrong, by the way. I'm just saying I like it for all the wrong reasons. So that's my take. That's my take on the new Empire, the new Peak Pyre. Alright. So I did eventually get the little toe to bend. Perfect. And now we got the tail. Ball joint. Ball joint. Ball joint. Again, these ball joints. I guess the only problematic ball joints on the figure are the neck. That's the only wobbly set of ball joints on the figure. So, you know, not that hard of a fix. But yeah, the tail feels pretty dang good. And there was no bendy wire. So this is... Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 distinct tail segments are what you get, which doesn't look bad at all. I would prefer, if they were going to do a segmented tail, I would prefer more segments, because more segments leads to more natural looking tail poses. But for the low amount of tail segments that there are here, it doesn't look too bad. Again, simple joint cuts.
Anonymous tipped $5.
But effective.
Senior
Thank you very
Jabba
much.
I have an inquiry for you. If you could turn any dinosaur into an anime waifu, who would you choose?
Spinosaurus, thank you. Alright. Am I going to see Spino waifu art in the next fail box? I certainly hope so. But yeah, that is the extent of the tail articulation here. And I do have to acknowledge the possibility of this particular sculpt being an older mold. Now, for any more dedicated Nanmu Studio collectors in the chat, if there are any of you, please clarify for me. Is this one of their older articulated figures? Because I could definitely see a marked improvement with this thing. I'm assuming this figure came out after this figure. And you know what? Let me open up the Nanmu Studio Raptor to show you guys who haven't seen it yet. Just to show you, like, the insane quality difference. Not saying that this is bad. This is actually really, really good. But when you look at the Velociraptor side by side with it, you will see what I mean by the insane jump in quality and even articulation. Let's see. All right, J Rexzilla says I think so. The Ahamkara says it's their third. I'm assuming this is more than their third. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Like, what really got me for the Velociraptor was the fact that it didn't even look like a figure at some points. This looks like a movie prop. This looks like a real creature. The finish on the paint, I love how matte it is. And let me attach the tail so you can get a better look at it. We can do side-by-sides with the V-Rex. There we go. Shocks and Draws asking how many have they made so far. The Big Bad Toy Store doesn't have all of them listed. And they started off doing non-articulated figures as well, so let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 6? I think they've done like 6 pairs of figures, because usually with their releases they'd have 2 versions. Because for the Velociraptor, they had a Tiger Raptor variant, which I wish I would have ordered. I only ordered one of the Raptors because I wasn't sure about the company. So, yeah, the Velociraptor was such a great first purchase for Nanmu Studios. Look at that. And yeah, like I mentioned with the neck, I fixed it, not wobbly anymore. So this figure is basically perfect now. Because my only issue with this guy was really the with the ball joints on the neck, but they're not wobbly anymore. And just look at the insane use of different finishes when you open the mouth of this thing. Super realistic. Very glossy inside. Reminds me of Yamama. And just the printing and the finish, the flat finish on the rest of the body. Just insanely high quality figure. The Velociraptor here. And yeah, when you put this side by side, again, the V-Rex looks really, really good. There's just something about the Velociraptor that completely mogs it. So, if this is one of their older figures, that's completely understandable, and I'm still very much looking forward to their T-Rex. I'm sure that the Nanmu Studios T-Rex is gonna blow my ass out the same way that the Velociraptor did with its painting and sculpting. Yeah, there's not really much to say about this figure. I mean, just look at it. It doesn't look like a toy. It looks like a dinosaur. But the V-Rex still looks kind of like a toy. Does that make sense? Anyway, beautiful figure. And beautiful figure. Not mad about it. Don't regret my purchase. They're gonna look good together on some hypothetical display. And again, wish this was bigger. This is not to scale at all. Alright, let's get the clever girl out the way for now. Let me try posing this girl in a variety of ways. Get those ball joints working. Yeah, I don't want to give you the wrong idea. Like, I'm not disappointed. This is still really good, but just because I got a later figure of theirs first, I can see that they've Nanmu Studio can do a whole lot better. This is good, but they can do a whole lot better. And the Velociraptor is proof of that. But there she is. Ooh, she does look good. She does look really, really good. That is a large raptor, Shocks. It is definitely a large raptor. Yeah, I wish that their dinosaur figures were to scale, but their smaller carnivores have their own scale, and their larger carnivores have their own scale. So even their upcoming T-Rex, unfortunately, is not going to be to scale with their raptor. Such a missed opportunity, but who knows? Maybe if the T-Rex is successful, they'll do an upscaled version. I would love that. But I'm not holding my breath for it. Anyway, that's the Velociraptor. We're talking about the V-Rex. V-Rex, pretty damn good. And now the stand, which I think the stand here is pointless again. This figure's pretty hefty. And if you wanted to get aerial poses, for some reason, this is not gonna be your best option. It's just like a kind of loose figure stand arm. I guess it's for balance, but as you can tell, the figure stands up very well on her own. You know, maybe we can get some running poses here. Use this as a bit of a third leg, ladies. Alright, don't think too much about that. I don't even know what I meant by that. So we can use that, I guess, and... No, I don't know. I'll just have to look up some pictures, I suppose, to see, like, what use can you get out of this. I mean, I guess I appreciate it, just the extra piece of plastic. But the figure herself looks fine on her own. And that is the only accessory you get with this thing, by the way. Which is fine. This figure is under $100. On the Big Bad Toy Store, this is... Oh, it's $100 exactly. $99.99, this figure. Yeah. $99.99? Kind of high. Don't know if it's quite worth that price. If these figures were to switch prices, I think that would be ideal. So this retails for $60, but I would easily pay $100 for it. I did pay $100 for it. And then this seems to be more like a $60 purchase. And I'm not just saying that because of the size. I know it's easy to judge figures just based on their size, but I mean just everything considered, you know? But still, not bad at all.
The Uncle Show super chatted $5. Good day, Jobby. Hope you're doing well. I sent you an email with possible VA opportunity if you're up for it.
Oh!
You'd be a MLM salesman with bleeding gums.
With bleeding gums? That's a weird detail, but I'll definitely check that out. Thank you very much for reaching out. Alright. Cool. More voice roles. I'm down. Alright. Let's get some comparison figures here. I mean, I already got the Velociraptor, which not to scale, but it just goes to show Nanmu Studios' dedication to improvement. I'm just automatically assuming that this is a earlier figure. I have to assume. Yeah, the Velociraptor's such a good toy. Like, it's more than a toy, this figure. So good. We have... Godzilla. Now we got Magic Square. Light of Peace. There you go. Alright, I mean, I would consider the V-Rex here. It's another Nanmu Studio winner. I'm still gonna buy more of their stuff. But a part of me wishes I got this first. And then the Velociraptor, because I got the Velociraptor first. It's excellent. This thing is just so good. So this figure, as good as it is, feels like a step backward. Which makes sense, because most likely, this figure was released first, and then this figure came later. I'm just saying, Nanmu Studio, they're clearly very talented, and I look forward to their future products. Their T-Rex is gonna just be something else. I think it's gonna... I have really high expectations for their T-Rex. And especially their Spinosaurus. I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine, chat? A Spinosaurus figure with this level of painting and sculpting. That is gonna be incredible. Even though it'll be around this size, I think the fact that it'll look similar to this, that's good. That's gonna be something else. That might... Nanmu Studio Spinosaurus, whenever that comes out, might be able to go head-to-head with the Hammond Collection Spinosaurus. Because while this thing is super fun and super big, articulated, just perfect toy, basically, the painting, sculpting, still, could be better. So we'll see about that, chat. We'll see about that. Nanmu Studios is definitely a name to continue to look out for. There you go. Link in the description, but unfortunately, I think this girl, is out of stock now. However, their T-Rex is up for pre-order, so get your order in before they sell out. I'm surprised their T-Rex pre-orders have not sold out yet. Yeah, very much looking forward to that. All right, so that concludes the V-Rex coverage. Now, before we get into the arch enemy of the V-Rex, different version of Kong, I know, but I just had to make that connection somehow. Before we get into the Hiya Toys Kong from Godzilla Kong New Empire here, let me take a look at more donations. Thank you very much for continuing to donate. Thank you very much for your patience. Let's go. Let's get it. How are we doing so far, chat? How are we feeling about these figures so far? I mean, clearly, Spinosaurus continues to mog. I don't even know if I'm using that terminology correct, or if it's even a relevant term anymore, but I just like how it sounds. It's stupid and funny. So, clearly, the Spinosaurus is mogging, but the V-Rex is not bad at all. Far from it. Just very, very, very good. Very, very good. Want to make that clear. All right. Oh, actually, hold on. Before I get settled in with the donations here, let me grab a Sody Pop. How could I forget? I still got a big old stock here. Why the hell not, huh? Happy Friday, everybody. And I hope your Fridays are going good. Oh, and I should mention, too, for anybody who has never been to one of these streams before, after we play with our final figure there, we're going to do a live Q&A hangout portion. So if you've got burning questions, you could either donate now or wait for the Q&A portion. I still recommend that you donate because I can't get to every question in the chat, but I'm just saying. Appreciate you. All right. Cheers! Ooh. All right. Let me see. All right. Where did we leave off here? Okay. We got Icy Dude with $4.99. My last Stream Elements dono didn't get processed, but I wanted to ask if you ordered the Heat Ray GVK Godzilla and how long it took for Kong to ship. I don't know what that's about. Stream Elements is working for some people, but not others, I guess. That sounds like a them problem. Really appreciate the donation, though. I did order the Heat Ray GVK Godzilla. You're talking about the one that lights up, right? I'm very much looking forward to that one, too. Don't know when that's coming up because they haven't mentioned it in a while on their social medias. Right now, in terms of Godzilla-related figures, the big Hiya Toys announcement was the Monster X from Final Wars, which looks amazing. I cannot wait for that thing. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna blow Bandai out the water. I mean, if SH Monster Arts hasn't already died by Hiya's hand, they're gonna die again with the Monster X releasing. As for the Heat Ray GVK, I don't know. I don't know when it's coming out. And how long did it take for my Kong to ship? Came out not too long ago. Probably a week, I think. It took a week to get to me. Link in the description, by the way. Okay. Thank you very much for your question and your continued donations. Sorry about the Stream Elements not working, but there's not much I could do about that. We got I'm Bored with $1 through the stream elements. Thank you very much. I agree, Jobby, about desperation. After my paycheck yesterday, I already splurged on P Bandai Gunpla and Armored Core. If we have to waste money, we waste it in a way that makes sense. Does this make sense, though? It makes sense to me, goddammit. I agree with you. We got TM Ben with $1 through the stream elements. And also, I realize I can make the spin for your entertainment. Did you see Akhtar's post? That is about why he went on a hiatus. And also, what do you think about Transart shutting down? I have not seen Akhtar's post about going on a hiatus. That's unfortunate. I like him. Akhtar Cat? I forget how you pronounce his last name, but I watched quite a bit of his videos back in the day. A toy reviewer that does Japanese stuff primarily. Yeah, I did not see his post. Tell me more about it if you want. And Transart shutting down is a tragedy. It's unfortunate that my videos and a lot of other people's videos didn't get them the traction that they needed to continue, because they did make some bangers, man. I mean, I reviewed their Transmetal Megatron and their Dinobot 2, which was the best third-party Dinobot 2 on the market. I mean, it was either Transart or Dinosaur Warrior, and we all know what happened with that. If you don't, go check out that video and the stream, by the way. The Jonkler comes out. But anyway, Transart was not that. Transart was a great company with a clear love for Beast Wars, and it's a shame that they didn't make it, that they didn't continue. But what can you do? There's not much I can do about that. So, rest in peace. I hope other companies take up the torch for third-party Beast Wars Transformers figures. We got, let's see here. I Am a Book with $3 through the stream elements. Hey, Jobbies, just got into your videos with the Kang Toys review. Hey, thank you. Then binged a bunch of your back catalog. Now I have your transforming music playing in my dreams. Are you doing more combiners soon? Love toys that can become a bigger toy. Combiners are so cool, man. I don't usually do combiners, but when I do, they gotta be big. They gotta be stuff that I'm super interested in. So, you know, with the Kang, in addition to the Kang Toys Dinobot combiner that we're taking a look at, not gonna take 4 years to review all of them. I will definitely mark this. I don't know when the figures are coming up, but whenever they do, I will definitely be taking a look at the Mastermind Creations Devastator. Highly anticipated, one of my most anticipated figures ever, because it's looking really good so far, and the fact that no parts forming is required. I want to see how they did it. Love to experience that engineering. So Mastermind Creations Devastator, mark your calendars whenever that may be. Also, Devil Savior happening whenever I review Peru Kill. Fuck you. We got Anonymous with $1 through the stream elements. If you thought the Hammond Spinos clear eyes were nice looking, you're about to be in for a real treat with the monkey. What does that mean? Perfect segue, by the way. That is all the donations so far. If you would like to donate, please continue to do so. I will be reading your donations after I play with this next figure. But also, $5 and above, I can respond immediately because of my TTS. But perfect segue to the monkey. So, Hiya Toys Kong. As I said at the top of the stream, I've been looking forward to this particular figure for a very long time. This here, and I'm glad that they used it as the cover of the box, because this picture sold me. Look at how expressive that is. The lighting is really good, by the way, and also cool Shimo cameo in the back. Yeah, this is I have high hopes for this particular figure here. And Hiya Toys, they've been on a roll recently. Hiya Toys Shimo was excellent. The Heisei Godzilla, Heisei Ghidorah. So let's crack this open and see what the monkey has to offer us. Let me clear up some space from the table here. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Hiya, but they freaking evolved very quickly. They went from good looking but kind of brickish to SH Monster Arts level, but at a better price with a better feel too. So I hope that this figure is in the latter category. Here we go. And by the way, this figure, link in the description, extremely affordable, $50.99, $51. Isn't that crazy? SH Monster Arts equivalent would be $80 probably, and maybe over $100 considering everything going on. All right, let's see what the Hiya Toys, the new Empire Kong, is all about. Here we go. Unfortunately, he does not include the glove that is saved for a future release. Bit of a shame. I wish that they would have included the glove right off the bat. All right. There he is, the monkey. Got the main figure, we got the axe, all the hands, and these beautiful alternate faces here. And I believe a complaint that I made for their previous Kong figure was that the head sculpt, the face, didn't quite look like the character. I mean, you saw that the box art for this figure. That looks like the character. This is the face. This is the money shot right here. Look. Oh my god. Oh shit. Anonymous called it. Okay, hold on. I gotta bring the camera closer here. Look at that. God damn. And the eyes. Oh man, I gotta capture the eyes somehow. But in person, chat, the eyes look so good. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, so the eyes here. God damn it. I feel bad that I'm not quite capturing it on camera. Come on. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me use my phone for additional lighting. So the eyes are a similar situation to the Spinosaurus. He's got the glass eye thing going on, and he looks at you as you turn the head. God damn it, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it on camera. But in person, this looks so good. Yeah, the glass eyes, the pupils are very fierce, expressive. Just really good stuff that, god damn, my camera is not doing justice to how the figure's eyes look. But anyway, before we get too caught up on this one head sculpt, which looks fantastic, let's go ahead and open up the rest of the figure here. Yeah, that's insane. I promise I'll get a better angle when it comes to the full review of this guy, but I'm just saying they fucking nailed the eyes here. It's so good. That's like the best eyes that they've done on any of these Hiya Toys Kaiju figures, actually. I would hope that they implement them for their Godzilla figures. God damn, that looks so good. Got the axe here. We got our alternate hands. Ooh. Dude, that's sick. This one has a bit of blood on it and scarring.
Godzilla 154
Thank you.
$5. Some
you
have
very
had
much.
trouble getting him to stand, however there is a decent way of getting him stable. When you move the legs, feel for thunk around where his neutral pose should be, then he should be balanced. Also push his ankles up until they click.
Interesting. Thank you very much for that. I will heed your pro tips. And then we have the figure himself. Very similar sculpt to the original Hiya Toys Kong. However, the joint system, the joint engineering and the cuts are significantly different. And we're gonna get into it right after we take a look at that painting and sculpting. I mean, come on. Come on, this looks even better than their previous Kong. Yeah, let me clear out the box here. Whew. Man. So good so far. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to reposition the camera significantly to truly capture it here. There you go. Wow. Oh, my bad. There we go. I think that's that looks pretty good. All right. Hell yeah. Damn. That fur texture, super well done. The scarring here as well, the proportions, perfect. Even his neutral face sculpt just feels more Kong-like than any other Kong figure that I've taken a look at. SH Monster Arts and Hiya Toys included. This is the ultimate Kong head sculpt. Or not the ultimate Kong head sculpt, but just this is the ultimate Kong head sculpt. Right there. That big old scar on his back. Really well done. The Kong cheeks. Damn. Hiya, Hiya, Hiya. You continue to impress. Really, really good looking. Yeah, that scar is really well done. Looks really painful too. Yeah, just beautifully done fur texture. Now you even get some subtle dry brushing too to highlight the details, which weirdly enough their Heisei Godzilla didn't really have but could have used. At least it's here. All this for $50, by the way. I need to emphasize. Every time we talk about a Hiya Toys figure, I have to emphasize how affordable it is. $50 for this. Compared to the $80 or $100 you're going to get with anyone else. And now, standing him up. Yeah. So let me take Godzilla 154's advice here. Decent way of getting him stable. When you move the legs, feel for a thunk around where his neutral pose should be. Let's see. I see. So there. That's his neutral leg position. There you go. And also push his ankles up until they click. Seems like they're pushed up quite a bit. Alright, I think it's just let's see. Let's see. Trying to figure out what kind of joints the ankles are. I assume that they're ball joints, but if they click, then they could be some type of hinge joint. Oh. There you go. Got him to balance. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Now I wonder if I could get a better view of the eyes for you here. Okay, that's way better. A way better look at it, but still doesn't quite do the figure justice. Because I'm telling you, his eyes are very... oh, actually, hold on. His eyes are really striking and really clean. So we can just take it to... there we go! Take it to our standard toy review angle. And now we can get... beautiful look at the eyes. Look at that, chat! That's so well done. And consider, too, how small this is. That's my finger, dirty finger, for comparison. That's super clean. And yes, he does have that similar glass eye design for the Hammond Collection SPINOSAURUS. But look at how striking those pupils are. And they do follow you as you move around the figure. That's so good. God damn, I wish they would have done this sooner for their other figures. Can we get this for Godzilla? Would that even work? Man, that looks good. So well done. What a great idea. What a great idea, Hiya Toys. And yeah, I'll definitely change it to this angle too when we get to his alternate faces, but already you can tell now. You can see that they really freaking cooked with his eyes. That sounds more painful than I intended.
Godzilla 154 tipped
Thank you.
$5. It's a weird thing to describe. Has all ball joints. The ankles are just very tight out of the box since the socket in the foot is a little too narrow. So the click I describe is more activating the double ball bag. Heat def helps in that case.
Thank you very much for clarification. And I know exactly what you mean. We should roast the monkey before we dive deeper into his articulation. 100%. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so before we do that, we got a few accessories which we'll definitely have to heat up to attach. And his axe. Oh my god. Ho ho ho! What the hell? Oh my god. That is so good. Bit of light piping too. Oh. Holy shit, this is the best that his axe has looked in figure form. Better than the SH Monster Arts version, better than Hiya Toys' previous attempt. Did the Hiya Toys come with an axe? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. But if it, god damn, this is so good looking. Beautiful use of clear parts. That's brilliant. Holy shit. Ah, god, Hiya Toys, Hiya. $50. This is gonna be the new meme for Hiya Toys. It's the opposite of the MP44 $500 meme. $50. Oh, all right. Yeah, we can heat that up to get him more balanced. Okay. So, alternate hands. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory. I love the fact that one of his alternate hands is bloodied up a little bit. Got a pair of fists. And we got the knuckle draggers. Alright. Before we get into any of that, though, we gotta heat up the monkey. Just get those ball joints activated, especially the ankle ball joint. And how you described it, Godzilla 154, sounded very similar to a slight issue I had with Shimo. But heat usually solves that. There we go. Roast him up. $50, man. What a deal. What a freaking deal. Especially considering how much the competition is. So the ankles are on a double ball joint. Oh, I feel it. Yeah, the heat definitely helped. Get a little more there.
Godzilla 154.
Thank you very much.
$5. If you want to, after the review, you can trim the socket inside the foot itself. There's like a ring already ready in there that's a perfect guide to cut around. It just makes the ankles a bit more free and easy to move. Not a need, but makes him more fun.
I'll consider it. Thank you very much for that. I will consider it, although I'm a bit hesitant to do that. I will consider it. Okay, yeah, definitely this foot has been fully activated. This foot, though, still trying to get it to fully work. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah. Oh, and already, look at that. Look at that leg articulation. Beautiful stuff. Essentially what you get from the SH Monster Arts version. God. Wow, look at that pivot. Holy. Alright, let's just get into it. Let's just get into articulation, and we could do the accessories at the same time. So all ball joints, very similar construction to SH Monster Arts. However, there's nothing here that feels like it's gonna pop off unnecessarily, which seems to be a common thing with SH Monster Arts. I always have to find an opportunity to roast them when it comes to Hiya Toys. Oh man. Oh man, let's go. SH Monster Arts joint engineering at the price point of Hiya. We are truly we are truly blessed. And you could already see too how fluid he is. Just getting him into a random action pose. I didn't even have to think about it that much. And I'm pretty sure heating it up helps with that too. But I did not have to think too much. Just mold him into the pose that you want to get him into. God damn. Yeah, this is a huge step up from their previous Kong release. They really redesigned their Kong from the ground up. Might not look it on first glance, but just look at how poseable this is. Oh, man. Oh, let's go. That's so fun. That is so fun. Feels good, too. Just all the joints feel as they should. And weirdly enough, the ankle seems to be the only thing that feels like a little bit off. But again, I think more heat should do the trick to fix that. This ankle feels fine. You know what? Godzilla 154, I think I will have to detach that and trim it out a bit, because now that you mention it, I did a very similar thing for Shimo. And it wasn't like a mod, it was more so getting rid of some extra excess paint within the joints. And I'm assuming that this ankle joint has a little bit of that in it. Excess plastic, excess paint, whatever it is. I think I will have to trim that a little bit. So I'll do that later off stream, because this ankle feels perfect. I don't think I have to make any modifications here. Oh, similar situation with my Revoltech Ochako, actually. If you remember that. It's been a while. Man. Let's get him into more poses. God, I especially love how the ball joints at his core feel. That feels really solid, really nice. Especially going back like that. That joint at the chest, just perfect. Perfect feel. And that reveals more detail on the belly. Oh, man. Yeah, I wish Godzilla Evolved happened during this clear evolution of Hiya Toys, because Godzilla Evolved still feels like a pre-Shimo figure, even though it came out after Shimo. I could bring that figure out, by the way, for comparison. I think we have to. Oh, look at the shoulders. Move out that far. He could T-pose. Damn. This feels really, really good. You know, less like SH Monster Arts, this feels like an SH Figure Arts figure, in a good way. And any pose that you can think of, he can get into. Just really well engineered. Brilliantly engineered. You know, when I saw those promotional images, what I was mostly hyped for was how it would look. I did not expect it to feel this good and to be this articulated. It's gotta be hard to do an individual joint breakdown too, because like it's all ball joints. It's literally all ball joints. Well, actually, I think it's not that hard. I think I've took that shortcut for posability coverage before when it comes to SH Monster Arts figures. It's all ball joints, but here's what the ball joints can do. I mean, it looks up that far, looks down that far. Every ball joint can be. Yeah, not only is he articulated, all the cuts on the joints, they look very natural. Oh, okay. Okay, you know what? Accessory time. Let me heat up that head, and we're gonna attach his alternate faces. Because while the neutral face does look pretty good, these angry faces here look even better. So let me just use some force. Okay, that didn't come off. That wasn't too hard to pull off. So yeah, his two faces. I mean, this one's my favorite. Look how expressive that is. But this one's really good too. Love that metal tooth as well. Oh, man. We gotta do this one, though. That's so good.
Anonymous text $10.
Thank you.
Hi, Jobby. Just wanted to say
thank you very much
for not only getting me through some tough times but also getting me into collecting SH Monster Arts figures. I currently have 11, but thank you again for the years of laughs.
Hey, thank you very much for watching. Couldn't have done it without you. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, that's such a good Kong. Damn. That's what the kids would call tough. This is tough as hell. Shit. Alright. Let's get that axe attached. So his default hands are his grabby hands. Just roast that a little bit. That should allow us to flex the hands a little bit so we can attach the axe here. Wrap his fingers around. Hell yeah! Oh!
Godzilla 154 tipped
Thank you.
$5. The only true hinges are the elbow and knee joints.
I
But
see.
yeah, everything else is a ball joint and they all have some great range. The best part about Hiya 2.0 is how you can manhandle them.
Yes.
Feels good to have a figure that moves amazingly and is durable.
My thoughts exactly. And that's a good way to describe it. Hiya 2.0. Which again, it's a bit unfortunate that their Godzilla Evolved feels like a Hiya 1.0 figure. I hope they make extensive adjustments to their Godzilla Evolved mold for their Heat Ray version. Because it's got to keep up with this figure, with Shimo. Oh man. And I'm assuming Scar King's going to be similar quality, just excellent. That's tough. Damn. Oh, that's sick. And yeah, he just handles poses like no problem. That's a great monkey right there. Oh man. Look at that. There's something I love too is when they can do poses that they never pulled in the movie. Oh shit. That's sick. There we go. I got it to work. Man. Best Kong figure. Best Kong figure, no question. And I haven't even shown you how the beautiful glass eyes look with this head sculpt. Let's switch angles again. Look at that! Oh, that's so good. Just really striking eyes combined with that super expressive facial expression. What a sentence. I know English. Man. Hiya Toys, they just keep getting better and better, and their prices stay the same. That's the thumbnail right there for the review for this figure whenever it comes out. With the random T-Rex in the background. Oh, man. I will never get tired of glazing this company for as long as they continue releasing bangers. So good. Link in the description, by the way. I mean, just best Kong figure. Best Kong figure. And yeah, throughout this whole time, nothing has popped off unnecessarily. And I did see a brief glimpse of someone ask if that's a thing with SH Monster Arts. Unfortunately, it is. There's no way around it. It is. A lot of times. Not all the time, but for a lot of figures. There will always be something that pops off, whether it be a tail, or an arm, or if you're very unlucky, a whole chest. But on this guy, there's no such thing. Solid as hell. Nothing feels like it's gonna pop off. God damn, Hiya Toys, they've got it. They have got it in the bag here. Oh. I've got an idea for a display. Let's pop off this beautiful growling head. Let's get the full-on roar here. Oh, that looks so good. Ah! Take a drink every time I say that looks so good or that's so good. I can't help it. It is. It is what it is. It looks so good. It's just the best Kong figure. Man. Yeah, let's bring in these knuckle hands here. Maybe I'll have to heat them up? Yeah, let me heat these up a little bit. That should do it. Maybe give it a little twist, huh? That's a bit tight. Might have to heat it up a little bit more. Use my body as leverage. There we go. And we'll do the same for the other one. It's like the first time you get it in there, it gets easier. Pretty sure. That's what she said. Alright, here we go. And so these are the knuckle hands that are clearly for this type of pose. Knuckles on the ground. What I want to do, I wonder if this is going to work. Had to do it. Have to do it, chat. Yeah.
Godzilla
Yeah.
154
Thank you.
tipped $5. The fact he has a dedicated thigh swivel helps a ton with his leg mobility. Their Kong had very poor leg range. This guy is a gosh darn acrobat with how mobile his hips can be.
I gotta explore that for myself, but already, that's a good way to put it. Again, he's a goddamn acrobat. I love figures like this. It's like those astrobots that I looked at a long time ago. It's like Optus Pexus, right? Optus Sexus. He could probably do the Sexus pose. We could do that. We could try that out. But I had to do this at some point. The V-Rex here and Kong. Come on. Different version of Kong, but I think it works. It still works. Oh, that's good. That's a good display right there. Yes. Hell yes. Oh, man. Ethan Pena, I guess? When your dog has something in their mouth. Yeah. What did you eat? What did you eat? Get that out of there. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. This is like 3 for 3. Every figure that I took a look at tonight has been pretty good. Yeah, let's take a look at those hips. He has a dedicated thigh swivel, you said. Yeah, I gotta heat that up to get that activated. It's a bit tight on my copy right now. Yeah, I could feel it though. I could feel that thigh joint. Oh yeah. Still a bit tight. Oh, I want that to work. Yeah! Yeah, there we go. There we go. Thigh swivel. And yes, that means that he can be a goddamn acrobat. Gotta do that to the other side. Oh, this figure just got even better. Even better, chat. Man, it's kind of weird to say, but this is like neck and neck with the with the Hammond Collection SPINOSAURUS as my favorite figure of tonight. So far. Shit, maybe Kong might take it. I don't know. Like look at that. Look how posable this thing is, and it feels nice too. That's a very important thing. It feels nice and it's articulated as hell. Anything else that needs loosening up? I don't think so. I think I got it. I think this guy is fully activated now. Oh. So yeah, I mean, I mentioned Optus Pexus. I'll keep the face. Yeah, he could do it. He could pull it off really well, actually. It looks weird with his proportions, but he can do it. He can do the Pexus pose. Damn. I did not expect this guy to be as articulated as he is. He's definitely got the booty for this pose. Okay, not quite, but kind of. It's like not bad. Not but oh yeah, he could throw it back even more. He could throw it back even more, Chad. What a winner. What a winner of a figure. Now what's another one? What's another meme pose? Oh, he can't quite do the Omni-Man thing. I guess a bit of a missed opportunity for articulated toes. But that's neither here nor there. It just would have been like just one toe bend, I think, would have been fine. But not necessary, because everything else is just great. Oh man. Oh man. Alright, chat. I think now is the time for comparisons. I have been absorbed by this figure that I completely forgot about everything else that's in my room. So yeah, let's do some direct comparisons here with some other related figures, huh? But before that, let me bring back his axe. He's gotta have the axe, which again just looks so good. Oh fuck. God damn you, Hiya! God, I really hope Hiya can keep these prices. Cause I could imagine them having a reason to increase the prices overall, but the fact that this thing is $50, I hope it stays that way. Is what I'm saying. Oh, actually, gotta heat this up too. Oh yeah, that's right. Dishonored American, they announced a Heisei Burning Godzilla, which I'm definitely looking forward to, because their normal Heisei Godzilla is so good already. I'm surprised they didn't announce a Destroya yet. That would be so good with Hiya handling it.
Godzilla 154 tipped $5.
Thank you.
He can sit 2 ankles touching like a little kindergartner. The forward hip range really is insane. Took us this long to get a Kong that feels good, moves good, and actually looks like Kong. Also, the tariff-adjusted prices for Hiya figures is only $60.
Look at that, $50 to $60, and you're getting such a high-quality Kong figure. My goodness gracious. See, the world's not all bad. We've got Hiya Toys Kong. I just wish that he included the glove with this release. I mean, I'm definitely gonna get the Beast Glove version as well. I just wish they would have thrown it in on the first release. So the Beast Glove version is going to be the same figure, just with the glove included. Unless there's like more to it than that. I'm not sure, but just from the pictures that I've seen, it looks just very similar, except with the Beast Glove. I wish the glove would have came with it. But that's not a knock on the figure itself, because the figure itself is excellent. Okay, he's ready to be compared to other things. So, first of all, we got our size comparison, and just look how far they've come. This is Hiya Toys GVK Heat Ray, the one that doesn't light up. And while I do really like this figure, I've gassed up the painting, which is really good. Articulation-wise, it's just such a far cry from this. We've gone from this type of joint engineering to this, where it's all ball joints, super articulated. Hiya Toys has made such an improvement, for sure. Thank you very much, by the way. Stay tuned. And we got Prime. There we go. And now, some more related comparisons, which I mean, this is a related comparison already, because this is GVK Godzilla versus Kong Godzilla. They look good together. I'm not sure if that's exactly to scale, but looks right to me. However, we do have an even more relevant Godzilla. Oh, actually, might as well bring in the previous figures of the night while I go grab the other relevant figures. Got V-Rex.
Godzilla 154
Thank you.
tipped $5. The Beast Glove Kong is the exact same figure but with the glove, yes. However, unlike the Shmala glove, all the panels and some of the gears on the Hiya glove actually are
Whoa,
articulated.
that's sick!
It's also
I didn't know
webbed
that.
unlike the Shma, but loses a bit of bend range.
I see. I did not know that about that particular accessory. That's so cool. That is so cool. Hiya Toys. Hiya Toys have my children. What? Who said that? Cut that out. Here we go. So, a significantly more relevant comparison. We have the Hiya Toys Godzilla Evolved. And I've already got him in a running pose. I was messing around with him earlier. Ah, man. Hiya Toys. Goddamn. They're killing it, man. Hiya Toys are killing it. These look great together. I have my issues with the Godzilla Evolve, but it's definitely grown on me since I did the Just Playing stream. But right out the gate, Kong is a winner. Oh, man. Holy moly. And, oh, of course. Hold on. Another relevant figure. The excellent Hiya Toys Shimo. What an interesting display. Spinosaurus is not relevant for this display. There you go. GXK New Empire display right here. Whoa. Yeah. Hiya Toys is doing some crazy work recently. Starting with her, actually. This was like the beginning of the end for SH Monster Arts in my eyes. Because this figure was excellent. The fact that they gave a quadruped individually articulated fingers, I don't know why, but amazing. Which is why I think after they released this, they released Godzilla Evolved, and this was a bit of a step down in terms of the feel of the figure and articulation, but still looks good. And then we got this, which is right back up there. Hiya Toys 2.0. So back. So good. Can't wait to see what they do next. And yes, I do hope that they adjust their Godzilla Evolve scope. You know, make him bigger. And I don't mean like significantly bigger, just like a bit to make him more in scale, because this guy is kind of small. I don't know if they're going to do that, though. But anyway, their non-Godzilla figures have been just the highest marks. Amazing. Oh, boy. So good. Z-Boner in the chat is saying, give me a Hiya Toys JP3 Spinosaurus. I would love to see Hiya Toys try to tackle Jurassic Park figures.
Honestly,
Thank you.
am more interested in the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff for Monster Arts than their Godzilla stuff. Their Flying Wingman even has a blast part. Godzilla
I still say the Blue Eyes White
tipped
Dragon's really good.
$5. Pull out your Schmuck Kong if possible to compare Lamau. It looks more like Bigfoot than Kong. Anyway, here's my last dono for the night.
Thank you.
Glad I could help with the ankles. Excluding Evo, the last 4 Hiya releases have been an absolutely generational run of toys.
Yeah, no, I would highly agree with you there. So that would be Shimo, Kong, Heisei Godzilla. I have both of them here, actually. Let me just bring them out. Heisei Godzilla and Heisei Ghidorah. Generational. That's a good way to put it. These have just been so good. Hiya Toys has been killing it. I've also got Heisei Godzilla in a running pose for no reason. Yeah. And even with this beautiful spread of figures, Godzilla Evolve can hold his own visually. But yeah, there's just something off about how this guy feels. And even like the pink of the spines, I'm still not a big fan of it. So hopefully the Heat Ray version makes some improvements to this mold. But everything else, this guy, this girl, this guy, so fucking good. Hiya Toys has been on a roll. For sure. This was just a slight hiccup. But I think that's because they were doing adjustments to this. So this came out first when this was supposed to come out first. It would have made more sense if this came out first, and then they stepped it up with Shimo, and then Godzilla, Ghidorah, and now Kong. Hiya Toys. You've got me by the ass once again. I mean, it was already confirmed, but you've just confirmed it even harder with Kong. And to go back to the point with Hiya Toys doing Jurassic Park figures, I don't think they're gonna do that anytime soon, but the closest we got is Nanmu Studio, which, as I mentioned before, they did the V-Rex here, which looks great, but the Velociraptor from Nanmu Studios. This is something else, man. Nanmu Studios nailed it with the Velociraptor here, and guess what? They are doing a Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, so I can't wait to see what that's gonna look like. If it's anything next to this quality, it's gonna blow my dick off. So I can't wait for that. But also Hiya Toys. Just so many good toy companies nowadays, huh? We got Hiya Toys, we got Nanmu Studio, we got all of our regular third-party Transformers companies. Just so much talent out in the world, and I'm just so blessed to be able to experience all of it. There's a reason why I've been into action figures for as long as I have. This is the, like, between these figures and these figures, and of course this figure here, this is the reason why this is my job. This is the reason why I started the channel. Just these beautiful plastic experiences. And I'm just so blessed to be able to share with you. So thank you very much for staying on the line for all of my figure coverage. I think that's gonna wrap it up for the figure portion. We're gonna go right into our Hangout. So live Q&A / Hangout / donation reads if you got them. I'm gonna start this turn. This is an epic turnaround. Let me get the turntable started here. Ah, man, what a great trio of figures that I decided to look at tonight. Really, really fun. If I had to rank them, I mean, they're all pretty different in terms of everything, really. In terms of like the intent of the figure and the articulation and the build quality, they're all good. But if I had to pick my favorite of the night, man, kind of locked myself in a corner there. I think it's close, but I think it's gonna be Kong. Don't get me wrong, I love this thing. It's the internet's favorite right now for a good reason. You know, it's good. But the Kong figure, that's something else. It's something else. Alright. Put this off to... Turntable's getting caught on Ghidorah's big-ass wings. Big-ass chicken wings. But yeah, it's close, though. Because the Hammond Collection Spinosaurus is really good, as everyone says it is. There we go. There we go. Just setting up the turntable so that it spins freely. The Ghidorah's wings were getting caught in the background there. But yeah, I think it's appropriate to do the rest of the stream with all of these Hiya Toys figures. The Spinosaurus kind of leaned a little bit. That's scary. Okay, so with that setup being somewhat finished. Thank you very much.
Recently moved in with wife and I promised to only get Transformers retail so I don't go crazy online, and it caused me to reevaluate collecting so I don't go broke. Have you ever had a sobriety like that?
A sobriety like that? Actually, yeah, fairly recently, where I had to have a sit down with myself, so to speak, to stop buying figures that I'm not gonna review, and stop spending an insane amount of money on franchises that I don't really care about, or designs that I'm like not super in love with, but just slightly interested in it. Like I just, my standards for buying a figure have to be higher. That's the kind of talk that I had with myself recently. And specifically, this is related to, there's a mecha franchise called Dan Kuga, which I've never seen, and I just, like, I do like the main mecha design, but I've never seen the show, and I don't quite love the mecha design as much as I do like Voltron. So Voltron, I've never seen the show before, but I love that mecha design, so I'm gonna continue buying Voltron stuff. But Dan Kuga, I had to cut myself off recently, because Dan Kuga is one of those franchises that, with every figure that they release, it's super expensive. It's like a Voltron, it's like a Gao Gai Gar. It's just one of those franchises that I should stop sinking money into, because I don't know anything about it, and I'm not that in love with the mecha design. So, yeah, just my standards for what is considered a buy for me have to go up. And with that being said, I have some pre-orders that I have to cancel tonight, so it's like, I gotta stop, especially in this economy. Okay. Alright. So I'm still setting up, by the way. I'm just letting my future self know when I have to timestamp this VOD. The VOD should come out when the stream ends, by the way, which is not soon. We're gonna be here for at least... Let me see. I think I'll do another hour. It's up to you, though. We'll see. Alright. And to top off my setup here, I'm gonna get another soda. Ah, man. So blessed. I feel so blessed tonight. And I feel so spoiled tonight, too, because every figure tonight was good. And it just got better right at the end here. You might not agree with me, but the Kong figure was the peak. We started with peak, and we're ending with peak. Just move the camera a little bit so that it doesn't get in the way of my chair. I just crashed into it right now, if you didn't notice. Yeah. right. Okay. Here we go then, chat. Cheers. We're gonna find our previous donation here, and again, to clarify, this is going to be under $5 donations, because anything $5 and above I have already responded to, since my TTS has read it out loud for me. Oh man, this is so good. The apple soda. Delicious. Might have to get a whole pack of this apple soda stuff. I usually get the variety packs for these things, but I always look forward to the apple soda the most, and it goes away really quickly. Love this stuff. Okay. IRL Spino, I've already seen that. Desperation Dono, Actar, which I still don't know the context to.
Sam J tipped $5.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Jobby, how's your day been? Hope him not too late as work was a bit hellish. How was Kong?
Kong was excellent, and unfortunately you are late because we're done talking about the figures. But you're just in time for the Hangout portion, so in that sense you're not late, you're just in time. Thank you very much for that, Dono. Let's see. Ooh, a lot of $5 and above donations, so it's kind of hard to find my spot here. But I appreciate everybody who donated, whether it be $5 or under. Let's see. Okay. Yep, it was right here. Nephi the Space Warrior with $1 through the stream elements. As much as I want to jump the highest ship, there are Figure Arts, Ultraman, and SH Monster Arts figures that can only scale with my current Bandai figures, plus that Kaiju Scape by Titanic Creations that's gonna be on pre-order next month. Sag, I do want Hiya Ghidorah. You should just get Hiya Ghidorah. It's a good standalone piece. Don't mean a name drop, but Gooseworks thought so. Like, right after the stream that I did for this figure, I texted Gooseworks, like, you gotta get on this. And she's never collected Hiya toys before, but she got this. It's just that good. I would highly recommend it. It's worth it. This could be your gateway to Hiya Toys, Nephi. It's $100. It's $100. The SH Monster Arts equivalent would be like 200 or 300. So, just come on. It's totally worth it. And about SH Monster Arts figures, I do want to clarify. What I'm more done with is SH Monster Arts Godzilla specifically, because I do acknowledge that Blue Eyes White Dragon, haven't reviewed it yet, but when I played with it, it was really good. SH Monster Arts Blue Eyes White Dragon is a really fun figure. And I did order another. It might be my last SH Monster Arts Godzilla figure, depending on how it turns out, because the promotional pictures looked very good, and I had to do it. So it's the new version of Godzilla 2000. If anyone has seen that with the purple spines, it's a new sculpt. From what I can tell, it's a new sculpt. So this is the last thing potentially that I will get from SH Monster Arts Godzilla. We'll see. I swear to God, if that tail pops off, I'm done. But if that figure turns out to be like the best thing that they've produced since, then I'll give them more chances. But this is the ultimatum, chat. SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2000, the new version. All right. We got okay, $5, $10. Hell yeah. Thank you. Anonymous with $1. Through the stream elements, hey Jobby, I want to start reviewing figures in the near future, but feel like I need to get some equipment and learn about camera stuff. What would you recommend someone keep in mind when wanting to have a setup, both equipment and camera/editing? Let me think about this. You want to start reviewing figures in the near future, but feel like I need to get some equipment and learn about camera stuff. Okay. So this is related to the piece of advice that I give is basically everybody that is interested in doing content. Don't get too caught up in gear. If you really the only thing that you need is a camera, a microphone, and an idea. That's it. There's 3 things, or maybe 4 things. Lighting, just some type of lighting, whether it just be your room lights, because that's what I started off with. if you go back and watch my first videos, literally just my room light, my camera, which I was using as a microphone, by the way. So my iPhone, it was an iPhone 14, not 14, that's what I have right now. iPhone 5. It was an iPhone 5 on a stack of boxes for a tripod, because I didn't have a tripod. So I just put my iPhone, I propped up my iPhone on a stack of boxes, and I talked into it. And that's it. That's really all you need. So don't get too caught up in gear. You can upgrade your setup as you go on, as the need for more, for a more complicated setup, you know, comes about naturally. You don't necessarily want to start off with that. So that's all you need. 4 things. Camera, microphone, lighting, and an idea. That's it. Good luck. Wish you the best. All right. Oh, and for editing, I started off with iMovie on my MacBook. So whatever you can get your hands on, and you know, try to go free if you can. Don't immediately pay for something because you heard it was good. Try to use the free option first. iMovie was free for me because it came with the MacBook. Okay. And I guess if you want to get more complicated, there's other options for editing software. I mean, I hear DaVinci is good. DaVinci is basically the free Premiere Pro, from what I can tell. Sony Vegas, I don't know if anyone uses that anymore, but I've heard good things about it. Yeah. Just good luck to you. Don't get too caught up in gear and spending money right out the gate. Focus on your ideas. Focus on your content. All right, we got Crazy Ranger with a... Crazy Ranger! Sorry. That's just me and... I don't know if Shox is still watching right now, but me and Shox last week were going back and forth with the stupid crazy hamburger video. It was... I can't read the word crazy without thinking of crazy hamburger anymore. Fucked up. This is horrible. We got Crazy Ranger with $1 through the stream elements. Hi Jobby, quick question. If Kong were able to speak, how deep of a voice would it be? Would it be James Earl Jones deep, or like Keith David deep, or Hugo Weaving deep? I could see Kong having the voice of Keith David. I don't know, maybe Keith David would be too cool. Yeah, because like when I think Keith David, I think Spawn. He's the perfect voice for Spawn. Fuck it, I'll do Keith David. Keith David voicing Kong would go hard. I love Keith David, one of my favorite actors. Every time I see him in something, I know that he will be good in it. He elevates everything he's in. And I'm so glad he got a Walk of Fame star. I know that you had to pay for that shit, but like, good that his family paid for it. He deserves it. Fucking love Keith David. And I hope he gets to play Spawn again one day. He's the best. He's the best Spawn. All right. We got Pyro with $1 through the stream elements. Thumbnail should be Kong putting both V-Rex and Spino in a double chokehold now that this Kong is the new king of all Kongs. He is the new king of all Kongs, and that's something that I will steal. He is the true King Kong. They haven't called him King Kong in forever, haven't they? None of these MonsterVerse movies call him King Kong. That pisses me off. When is he gonna be King Kong? Come on. We got $1 from for you through the stream elements. Hey, Jobby, haven't caught your streams in a while. This Hiya Kong
Swivel here.
Oh, thank you very much. What the hell? Yeah, this Hiya Kong is incredible, and I'm looking forward to their other releases, specifically the War Bat, because I'm wondering just how the hell they'll make an articulated snake figure. Probably bendy wire? But they could also go the fully segmented route, because the Heisei Godzilla tail is all ball joints. That's no bendy wires there. They could totally do either or. They're good at both. Yeah. Alright. We got Annie Ray with $1 through the stream elements here. Yeah, the Hiya figures are great and all, but can Kong and Godzilla get into a spit roasting Shimo pose? I'm not gonna do that. Not that I find that objectionable, it's too much effort, I'm lazy. I'll do that on my own time when the cameras are not rolling. With a jar on my side. We got It's a Zeus with $1 through the stream elements. I did not expect my Shinjabi plush post on Twitter to blow up. 31 likes and 3 retweets, damn. I wholeheartedly blame my Bridget plush for being the victim of Shinjabi's goonery with that gushing over magical girls manga. Great if you want absurdity. Well, It's a Zeus, thank you very much for sharing your Shinjabi plush picture. And thank you everybody who's been sharing those pictures. I thank you for ordering the U2's plush, by the way. Who knows? Maybe we'll work again in the future. Maybe we'll do another U2's thing. It depends on them. I hope so. I hope so. Just keep a close eye, I suppose. Alright. We got Z-Boner with 219. I know you don't have the time for model kits anymore, but any thoughts on the Realize model Zoids released this year? 1/100 posable Zoids, no motors. They look really cool, but I haven't gotten too many of them. I think I maybe ordered one? I forget. I'll have to look through my pre-orders, but I do remember, I vaguely remember ordering a few Zoid stuff. Oh, actually, I have some. Oh, man, that would be a good build and chill. I have Death Soarer. Such a great design. Always wanted it as a kid, and I bought the new one, and I have it, but I haven't built it yet. If I gotta build a model kit, it has to be on stream, so at some point. Sam J with $1 through the stream element says Baldur's voice from God of War should be Scar King's voice. I don't know how Baldur sounds because I've never played God of War. Sorry. Alright. The only video game I'm aware of is Silk Song. Fuck that game, dude. Taking a break from that game. Jesus Christ. So that was all the donations so far. Thank you so much for continuing to donate. Feel free to donate more if you want. You don't have to, but it does guarantee that I see your comment and question. And it does help the channel out as well. But for the rest of the stream, we're just gonna hang out, live Q&A, ask me anything. We can talk about anything. Let's do it. Oh, before I forget though, I do have the SH Monster Arts Kong right here. So we can do a direct comparison with the Hiya Toys version, just to see how much of a step up it truly is. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Alrighty, man. It was in the box the whole time, I swear to God, and the arm popped off. Beautiful.
swivel here.
Thank you. Nope. There goes Heisei. Well, first of all, Hiya Toys is bigger. Not that size is everything, but I like how Hiya Toys is a larger scale. I mean, come on, there's no comparison. Hiya Toys takes it. Fuck out of here. Jesus. Like, I'm not even trying to make it look bad, you know? And it just does it on its own. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to say anything. All right. Anyway, live Q&A. Let's continue. And how long are we down to go for? Let me see. Well, it's only 9 p.m. for me right now, and it is a weekend, so I don't have to wake up too early. You know, let's just continue. I'll let you know if I am going to start a timer. Get my Spino here, so that if people are just tuning in, they don't wonder where it is. It's right here in the corner of my face cam. I could have sworn I saw a chat earlier being like, well, that's an interesting looking Spinosaurus. Well, what you didn't realize is that the title says, and more. Whatever. People don't read. Oh, there you go. That's better. Just have the Spinosaurus eating my head. There you go. All right. Andre Delgado is saying, was the Evolve Goji good? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's good. It's good, but it's not excellent. Everything else on this table, well, except for this SH Monster Arts Kong, is excellent. But yeah, the Evolved Godzilla, it's just good. It's pretty good. How much was the Spino? I got it for $70 plus shipping, so I paid a total of $100 for it, which, you know, it's not the best situation, but at least I got it. Vladislav the First says, have you seen the Slightly Artistic with Goose? When will you get your Slightly Artistic cameo? When I'm notable enough, I guess. That was a great video, by the way. Goose did a good job, and like, Chris's drawings consistently make me howl with laughter. There's just something about how he draws shit. It's so good. Harry, too. Like, Harry being the new co-host for Slightly Artistic, such a great choice. I love Slightly Artistic, man. Every time a video comes out, I'm there. It's such a good series. Go check it out if you haven't. Slightly Artistic, great title, too. Yeah, damn it, RJ, I did see the Jeff video. That was the Slightly Artistic with Jeff. Great video. Made me howl in laughter again. Kid Kai 28 saying the last Dandadan is next week. What the hell? Oh, man. I didn't know that the season was ending so soon. I hope they beat the kaiju before the season ends. I'm sure they will. Ethan Penna. Hey, Jobby, do you think Hiya Toys would cook if they end up making a 1998 Godzilla figure? Hopefully Toho allows them. That would go so hard. I would love if Hiya Toys did a Godzilla 1998. Oh, man. That's a dream figure right there. It used to be that SH Monster Arts Godzilla 1998 would be a dream figure. But if Hiya Toys is doing it, even better. And cheaper, too. Alright. Yeah, Same. I would pre-order that so fast. Me too. Imagine if Hiya Toys tackled Biollante. That would be great too. Be huge. Because every Hiya Toys figure, they're in a slightly larger scale. So SH Monster's Biollante is already pretty big from what I can tell. I've never had it. The Hiya Toys version would be really big. Dishonored American says, I love it if Hiya did a Showa Ghidorah. I'd love it if they did a Showa Godzilla or a 1954 Godzilla. I would love that from Hiya. I would also love Showa Ghidorah as well. Even though I haven't seen any Showa movies except the first movie. Fake fan. But I have seen the Millennium Era, I've seen the Heisei Era, I've seen the Millennium Era. Is that what they call it? That's not the Millennium Era, it's... Fuck, I forgot what those series of movies are called. Is it the Millennium Era? That can't be it, that can't be it. I know Reiwa is the era that we're in right now. Whatever, I've seen a bunch of Godzilla movies, okay? I just haven't seen the Showa movies. I've seen the entirety of the Heisei Era. It is it is Millennium. I'm tripping. I was gaslighting myself. Yes, I've seen the majority of the Millennium Era. The only Millennium movies that I haven't seen are Godzilla 2000 and the Megaguirus. But I've seen the Kiryu Saga, GMK, and of course Final Wars. Come on. How could I not? And on the topic of Godzilla 2000, it did not come out yet, Andre Delgado. It did not come out yet. Ooh, Gigan would be sick. Both versions, yeah. That's a great idea. God damn it. I wish Hiya Toys all of the success in the world so that they can have enough funding to do all of these excellent suggestions. Hiya Toys Captain Gordon. Come on. CRISPR 103, go ahead. If you want to take it upon yourself to name all the things that were in the Nintendo Direct, be my guest. If you're down, I'm down. Whoa, Hiya Toys Godzilla the Animated Series. A great suggestion from Z-Boner. God, how could you get these suggestion list? How could you get the suggestion list to Hiya Toys? Man, great ideas. All figures that I would buy on the spot. Yeah, for real. Soldier EX, why not the Super X? For real. Everything. Just give me everything. Everything Godzilla related. Super X is the vehicle, right? There's gotta be. Pandan Fishman says, how big would a Hiya Toys Godzilla Earth be? Thunder King sized, maybe? God, that would be sick. Can you imagine an articulated Godzilla figure that is Thunder King sized? That would be so cool. I would be super down for that. And if Hiya Toys made it, it would probably only cost $300. Ooh, that's cool. Hankin? Hiya are getting into Monster Hunter too. They showed off the best spiky boy Nergigante? Nergigante. I don't know. I still haven't played Monster Hunter, so it's cool that they're expanding. I mean, they started not doing Godzilla figures. They started off not doing Godzilla figures, is what I meant to say. Hiya Toys Godzilla is like a license that they got later on, because before that they were doing like Rambo, right? They were doing a lot of live action movies like that. I think recently on their social media they announced a Creed figure, Adonis Creed. So Michael B. Jordan figure. They even have Ghost in the Shell, that's right. A few anime stuff here and there, some video game stuff. I know they do a lot of Persona figures too. Yeah, Hiya Toys. They're all over the place. In a good way, it seems. I'll stick with the Godzilla-related stuff and the Kaiju-related stuff. And even then, I'm not gonna get everything Hiya Toys Godzilla-related. Like, I'm not gonna get a lot of the MonsterVerse original Titans. The only original Titans I'll get in the future are Scar King. That's about it. Yeah, I'll just get Scar King.
But Debbie, you got the Scroll Crawler and the Muto.
Well, I did clarify that the only ones that I would get in the future, alright? Voices in my head? Shut up.
But Debbie, why do you talk so much shit about Bandai?
I don't know if anyone is gonna say that. It's just let me have a schizo moment, alright? We got Nephi the Space Warrior with the dollar through the stream elements. My dream SH Monster Arts Godzilla is 1998 animated Goji. I would love to have him, Green Atomic Beam and Heat Seeker. If Hiya beat Bandai to the punch, I'd be happy to get that. HB Goji has yet to get an articulated figure. Also, last stream element since I spent too much money. Thank you very much for that, man. I would be super down for any articulated figure of Zilla. It's been a long time coming. I mean, it's so like lowly regarded, the opposite of highly regarded, that they don't really make merch for it, but it's kind of, I feel like that movie and that era, that franchise, that Godzilla, that particular Godzilla, the Roland Emmerich Godzilla, is kind of getting a similar reevaluation, similar to the prequels, the Star Wars prequels, where nostalgia, it's so like far back in the past now that it's nostalgic and people want it to come back. So I hope that someone fucking capitalizes on that. I would love some Zilla merch. That was such a big part of my childhood. That's my first Godzilla. That's my first Godzilla. That was Godzilla to me before I knew about the Heisei era. And then that became the Godzilla in my brain. But before that, it was, that's a lot of fish. There you go. I hope that they make figures of that. Or the JP3 Spinosaurus. I mean, I'm satisfied with the Hammond Collection. I don't need any other company to do that. But the fact Nanmu Studio is doing a JP3 Spinosaurus, I feel spoiled. I feel spoiled. Can't wait. Alright, chat. I think I will start a timer now. Let's let me see. How are we feeling? Are you guys down for like 40 more minutes? I'm kind of down. That sounds like a lot though. But during a lot of these hangout portions, time flies by really quickly, so it depends. Let me see. Maybe 30. Yeah, I'll do 30. Let's do 30 minutes. So, I'm gonna start a timer in 3, 2, 1. Oh, fuck, I messed up the countdown. There you go, 30 minutes. Starting now, chat. The final round of Hangout, comments, questions, donations, if you got them. Again, no pressure, but it does help. Alright, 30 minutes. Counter saying, didn't that dinosaur company make an Indoraptor with military gear? They did! That's one figure that I didn't get from them because I'm not a big fan of the Indoraptor in general. But they did give a military gear, which is pretty funny. Yeah, Nanmu Studio. They look like they're doing really good work. Can't wait for their T-Rex and Spinosaurus. Faceless248 says, have you seen the Miku Spino? I have not, but that sounds amazing. Noah says, missed earlier because I was heading home from an aquarium. How were the figures? They were great. All 3 figures were great, and they just got better. Spinosaurus, excellent. V-Rex, really, really good. And Kong, peak. Super good figure right here. My god. Just blows the SH Monster Arts version out the water. Insane. Z-Boner saying, so if I got it right, 1998 was your first Goji. I assume, like me, you then went to Final Wars because that's where you heard that design comes back, right? No, actually. So that's an interesting topic to bring up, and thank you for donating. Let me finish this point before I read it. That's an interesting point. The order in which I watched Godzilla stuff. So, actually, I did not watch any Godzilla stuff after 1998 until Shin Godzilla came out. Fake fan. And I even addressed that. I coped during some of my toy reviews. It was like a particular toy review that I said,
I'm a Godzilla fan just as much as anyone who hasn't seen it. I don't like being called a fake fan.
I disavow. I should have been gate kept more. You guys should have gate kept me more. I did say something to that effect way back in the day, way back in like 2016 or something. But no, I eventually started watching Godzilla movies, became a real fan, and Shin Godzilla was the one that I decided to check out because it was Hideaki Anno directed, and I loved Evangelion. Or I love Evangelion. So decided to check that out, and then that made me watch the original. So after Shin Godzilla, I watched the original movie and fell deeply in love with the original 1954 Godzilla. And then at some point after that, I decided to watch a lot of the older Godzilla movies. So I did not watch them in order, as you can tell. I watched the Kiryu saga a little bit. No, actually, hold on. After, like, shit, it must have been like years after I watched the original 1954 movie on YouTube. I think it's free on YouTube right now. Years after I checked that out, I decided to, why not watch some older Godzilla movies? And then that's when I watched Final Wars. And I loved Final Wars. I've talked about it enough, but Final Wars is cinema. It is stupid. It is fun. It is action-packed. It's great. And then after that, I decided to work backwards within the Millennium era. So I watched the Kiryu saga, and then I watched GMK. And then sometime around there, -1 came out, and absolutely loved -1. Best Godzilla movie. Recently rewatched it, and it's even better the second time. That's like so good. -1 is amazing. And then eventually I decided to watch the entirety of the Heisei era. I mean the entirety. So from the... Is it 89? 1989... Yeah, 1989 to Destroya! Great series of movies. Really fun stuff. Really great action. Great animatronics. The suit work is really fun too. If I had to pick a favorite from the era, I think Destroya would have to be my favorite from the Heisei era. But second favorite is King Ghidorah. I do like the time travel stuff. It's basically Terminator, but Godzilla. So there you have it. And then I guess sometime around within that, I watched Singular Point, and I did not like Singular Point. And then I checked checked out the Planet of the Monsters anime movie. Didn't quite like it, so I didn't watch the rest of the trilogy. So, yeah, that's the extent of my Godzilla fandom. I am now a real fan. I think I've earned my stripes. Haven't seen any of the Showa movies, though, besides the first one. So I guess some people will still call me a fake fan after that. I do want to watch them, though. I think it would be fun to watch with friends. Preferably under the influence of alcohol. We've got donations here. Sam J with $1. Through the stream elements, I'm not getting Hiya Toys Evolve 2.0 because if they do supercharge the Evolved, I'm gonna be pissed. That's a good instinct. I think there's a possibility that will happen. Annie Ray with $1 through the stream elements. If the underrated goat Gorosaurus was to get a figure, would it be better if it was by Hiya or Nanmu Studio? It's a great question, because Gorosaurus is more dinosaur than kaiju. I think in terms of scale, though, it would have to go with Hiya. Yeah. Yeah. To scale, it would be for Hiya. Christopher 103 with 437. Jobby Nintendo Direct showed new Mario Movie 2 trailer. That's pretty cool. Mario 40th anniversary. Bonanza DLC, Pokemon stuff, Virtual Boy, Samus Got a Bike, Tomodachi Life, and a bunch more games. Really long direct. Cool! The most interesting news from that list is Samus getting a bike. That's sick. Very down for that. Other than that, have fun with it. I would be excited for the Bonanza DLC, but I don't have a Switch 2, so. And Mario Movie 2, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun. The first movie was alright. Solid film. I'm sure the second movie will be the same. More of the same. But Samus getting a bike is pretty sick. And I'm sure she looks hot on it. Unless she turns into the bike, which, in that case, even hotter. Noah says Singular Point was admittedly a snooze fest looking back upon it. Yeah. Orthogonal Diagonalizer. Fun drinking game to play. Whenever they talk about the Orthogonal Diagonalizer, kill yourself. That's a good game to play. Cut that out. Cut that out. I didn't say that. Don't clip that. Guerrero Power says Mario movie sequel is based on Mario Galaxy, which is getting released on Switch on October 2nd. That's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. Does that mean we'll get Wedding Mario costume? Wedding Peach costume? And they'll still say that they're platonic? I don't believe it. RKB48.1 says that my favorite Godzilla film and guilty pleasure is Godzilla vs. Hedorah. I've heard a few things about that movie. I think that might be Goose's favorite, if I remember correctly. Anyway. Ethan Penna says, can we agree that Singular Point's soundtrack fucking slaps, though? I don't remember it, but I'm sure it was good. No, there's a lot of good stuff in Singular Point. I love the kaiju designs in there. I still want a figure of the Singular Point Anguirus. I think that's probably one of the best times. Well, it's one of his best designs. I really like Singular Point Anguirus. The character design in general is really appealing. I love how all the human characters look. The animation's nice, too. It's just the writing and the story that I wasn't a big fan of. Which is not even the case for the entirety of the show. I do remember enjoying all of the Jet Jaguar stuff when it was more concerned with the characters rather than the science. Because I've heard this as a defense for Singular Point, which is the script was written by a real physicist, which is fine and all. But that's not what I watch movies and TV shows for. I don't watch them to get lectured. I don't watch them to get a science lesson. I want to be entertained. I want a good story. I want good characters. And unfortunately, in my opinion, the characters of Singular Point were a bit undercooked and the plot was a bit underdeveloped. You know, as opposed to something like -1, which is all about humanity and emotion and story. So it just comes down to personal preference, you know. It's the difference of like you want a. Do you want a Kubrick or do you want a Spielberg? I tend to lean towards Spielberg more, if that makes sense. What can I say? Like I won't fault you if you like Singular Point. It has a lot of fans. It just wasn't for me. I like my stories with emotion. There you go. Let's see. Ethan Penna says, I would argue the characters or show in general were definitely more likable compared to the Godzilla Earth trilogy. I haven't seen the entirety of the trilogy, so I can't even agree or disagree. But I did watch that first movie in the Earth trilogy, and it wasn't great. I didn't relate to anybody. I didn't care much about the story of that movie, which is also a shame because I was looking forward to it. Gen Urobuchi, the writer of Madoka Magica, wrote those movies, the Godzilla Earth trilogy, so I don't know. Can't all be winners, I suppose. What the hell? Dishonored American says that star-eating wings animation is all you need to see of the Godzilla Earth trilogy. I don't even know what that is. Unless I saw it on a fail box or something, but I don't remember. Don't bother, it's a snooze fest. I'll take your word for it. Maybe one of these days, maybe to be a completionist about it, I'll watch everything Godzilla. But for now, if I was gonna go back and watch some Godzilla stuff that I haven't seen, it would definitely be the Showa era. Again, I've literally only seen the first movie. That's the only movie from that era that I've watched. Haven't seen Raids Again. Haven't seen any of them, really. Except for that first movie. I love that first movie, though. I've seen it multiple times at this point.
Here.
Didn't even grow up with it. I watched the first 1954 Godzilla movie in college, I believe, and I fell in love. I like how sad it is. I like how it's filmed too. The black and white looks really, it's striking. It's very moody. We got J Regzilla with the $1 through the stream elements. Can you believe that it's been a year about what? Can you believe that it's been about a year since James Earl Jones passed and that Transformers 1 was released in theaters? Where has the time gone? That's fucking crazy to think about. So much has happened within a year. Both, you know, historically and in my personal life, that it's so crazy that it's only been a year. Where has the time gone indeed? RKB48.1 says Godzilla fights a giant lobster in one of them, for fuck's sake. That sounds epic. There's a giant lobster in Final Wars. I'm assuming it's the same lobster. And then the dude kills it and says a really cool line, if you guys remember. I'm sorry. I'm a vegetarian. I don't even know what that means in that context, but fuck, it's cool. It's so stupid, but it's cool. Final Wars is awesome. Check it out if you haven't seen it. We got 15 minutes, by the way, chat. 15 minutes. It's quite a bit. Jacques Kinov. Hey, Jobby, what can you say about the kaiju references in the latest Dan-to-Dan episode? It's fucking sick. I love it. I love the fact that they're fighting a kaiju. So cool. And I hope they defeat it by next week. I swear to God, if it's another cliffhanger, I will read the manga. Annie Ray says Final Wars feels like if Kojima wrote a Godzilla movie. Is that right? If that's the case, then I gotta play more Kojima games. I've never played a Kojima game. If you're telling me it's like Final Wars, I gotta get on that shit. I would probably really like it. I mean, I saw a full playthrough of Revengeance, but I believe that wasn't Kojima, right? I love that. I never played the game, but I love that game. I loved what I saw. It's so fun. Revengeance is so fun. Ethan Penna says, I still find it funny that Gigan had such a glow up in Final Wars compared to the Showa era design, yet he barely does shit in the film. He does shit in the film. He restrains Godzilla and he dies. That's what do you want, huh? What else do you want? No, you're right. He barely does shit. But he got such a radical redesign. It's fun stuff. He does cut his own head off, doesn't he? Hell yeah. Alright, chat. 12 minutes now. Last minute, or it's not really last minute, 12 minutes is still quite a while, so keep on asking. Keep on donating if you want, if you can. While I just continue to mess around with the Spinosaurus here. Let's see. Alright. Yamahama says, when will you watch the canon MMD animations that do the anime trilogy justice? There is Pika Shelter 54. I don't know. One day. One day I will. Dishonored American says, might be a common question, but who's your second favorite Toho kaiju? Ghidorah. Godzilla's my first. It's gotta be. Ghidorah's my second. I think that's, yeah. I think that's fair to say. I really like this three-headed dragon. I think I liked him before I even watched the movie. I just like the idea of a three-headed dragon. It's just a golden three-headed dragon. It's just so cool. It's such a great visual. Grew up around a lot of the toys of it. Always wanted them, but never watched the movies. I think there's like art that I drew too of a OC that was a three-headed dragon. That's somewhere buried in my folders, but definitely Ghidorah influenced. Mr. Spoodersaurus says, what about Rodan? Rodan's alright. Not as cool as Ghidorah, but he's alright. J-Regzilla says, I take it you like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon too. You bet. Fuck yeah. Blue Eyes Ultimate is so sick. Blue Eyes in general, just a bunch of the dragons of Yu-Gi-Oh! Are really, really cool. My personal favorite for some reason is Slifer. Here. Thank you. And I think I pre-ordered the Slifer model kit that they're coming out with. You guys seen that? If you care, if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, I guess. If you've heard of Slifer. They're doing a model kit, and I had to get it. I always liked the double mouth design. That was something that I remember like doodling in the margins of my notebook a lot. We got Anonymous with $1 through the stream element says, hey Jobby, I saw a guy on Insta who made his X Plus Godzilla figures articulated. That's fucking sick. What a good idea. That's like something that I've always wanted, is like that level of detail and size with articulation. And this guy just made it happen. That's awesome. Dishonored American is saying Supernova sounds promising. Hopefully it's more serious like 2014. I doubt it. They're getting Adam Wingard to direct it again, right? And he did the new Empire. It just seems like this goofier tone is working for them, so I think they're gonna keep going along with that. I think it's gonna be another campy romp, campy sci-fi romp, and I'm here for it. I like my serious Godzilla movies, but TBH, let the Japanese handle the serious Godzilla movies. They seem to know what they're doing more than America. I know 2014 has its fans. I like that movie to a certain extent, but it does not compare to anything Japan has made in terms of serious Godzilla movie. It tried to be, but it just, in my opinion, it dropped the ball. And King of the Monsters, I guess I have to rewatch it because the first time I watched it, I didn't quite get it. I didn't quite like it, but it's kind of getting that type of revisionism that, again, the prequels are getting, that people are saying that it's like the best MonsterVerse movie. So I think it's worth a rewatch. Yeah. Until the new Empire, though, my favorite MonsterVerse movie was Skull Island. But now, New Empire is my favorite MonsterVerse movie because it's just stupid and fun. Yeah. Well, yeah. Dishonored American, that's a good way to put it. 2014 was decent for atmosphere, but it could have been a lot better, for sure. For sure. And it was understandable what they were going for, and I loved what they were going for. They tried to lean in. They tried to lean into the natural disaster angle. I mean, one of the best visuals in that movie is like the sounds, and then like the tsunami. The tsunami scene is like one of the best movies. Just that natural disaster angle is such a great take on it. But then they couldn't commit. They couldn't commit. They had to bring in the Mutos for him to fight something. You know, if you're gonna do like natural disaster Godzilla, you gotta go full -1 for that. Just have Godzilla as the singular force, and then you could write a really thematically rich story around that. But 2014, they had a box office to make, and I'm sure they had like the studio asking for a Godzilla battle because they know big CGI things fighting does well at the box office, so they couldn't commit. And also, they killed their best character, Bryan Cranston. I keep saying that. Everyone keeps saying that, but it's true. Bryan Cranston, that should have been the main story. He should have been the main character. But they only made Aaron Taylor Johnson, who's a great actor, by the way, just really underutilized in Godzilla 2014. They made him the main character. They made him generic military man because they had to get in their military propaganda in the movie too, because it's a Hollywood American action movie. God damn it. Whatever, dude. Whatever. And that's not even mentioning they couldn't even commit to the monster battleship because they kept cutting away.
But Debbie, the Japanese Godzilla movies don't show the monsters until an hour in.
They do, but then there's like more shit going on before that. And how can I put this? In like the Japanese Godzilla movies, sure, the monster fights don't happen until much later in the movie, but when it happens, it's the first time that it happens. Does that make sense? The 2014 movie, when they cut away from the monster battle, it was intentionally to piss the audience off. There was literally no other reason to cut away from that. The airport scene, which is such a fucking awesome reveal for Godzilla. That was so good. That was such a great scene from that movie. But the only reason they cut away from it was to piss you off. That's literally it. Oh, it's to build tension. No, it's not. You blue-balled me. Fuck you. You blue-balled me, dude. You fucking blue-balled me. That's the only the Japanese movies don't do that. They build up to it, and when it happens, you see it. You see the fight. They never do that shit.
Swivel
it's
here.
So stupid. Like that pisses me off. I forgot how much that pissed me off until I'm talking about it now. Like, it's such a bad execution of a good idea. That's what 2014 was. It was a letdown. But you know, when you get to the final battle, it was pretty cool, if a bit dark. That's also something that I don't like about those early MonsterVerse movies. They're lit like shit. Yeah, I don't like that they blue-balled the audience that hard. We should have seen that airport battle. We only get like we get it in snippets in the background on a news broadcast. It's like, you think you're being cute. You think you're being fucking cute by putting the fight in the background in a news broadcast. Fuck off. Fuck off. Is that right? Ethan Pena, 2014's cutaways are worse than King of the Monsters cutaways, which has more cutaways. King of the Monsters has cutaways? I forgot about that. I completely forgot about King of the Monsters. I watched it in the theater and everything, and I don't remember anything about that movie. Shock says, my favorite part of Godzilla 2014 was when Heisenberg airdropped in to punch Godzilla. And then he says, I am the one who knocks. That's great. That's great. I am the one who knocks your block off, Godzilla. You killed my wife. Godzilla, say my name. So stupid. It's a bad joke. Cut that out. All right, chat. Now, I can safely say last minute comments, questions, donations. 2 minutes left, chat. Where's CGI, really? I gotta rewatch it. I gotta rewatch King of the Monsters. It's been a long time since it came out. Been a long time since I've seen it. I just remember not being too impressed by it. All right. Had a great time tonight, chat. Really enjoyed the figures that I played with here. Oh, god damn it. Not Kevin. The Curse of Kevin strikes the Heisei version as well, for some reason. Definitely gonna have to mention that in the review for this guy. Which I think will be a double review with the Heisei Godzilla. I gotta do it. Really? King of the Monsters is the worst legendary Godzilla movie. I've heard mixed opinions. I heard people saying it's the best. I heard people saying it's the worst. So I want to rewatch it to form my own opinion. Because recently I watched the movie that a lot of people, it seemed like the general consensus was that the movie was mid. I watched it yesterday. It was great. I don't know what the fuck people are on. Or I don't know what I'm on. Maybe I'm wrong. But it's a random movie to bring up and not related to anything we're talking about. But Wolfman 2025, directed by Lee Whannell, director of Upgrade and The Invisible Man. I thought it was really good. It's a great movie. But a lot of people say it's mid. And it's on Prime now for free. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. Anyway, we're about to end. So, I guess my final words before we end here should be, form your own opinions. Just watch shit, play shit, and form your own opinion. Sometimes you will find that you disagree with the consensus. Alright, as you heard, the time is up. So, thank you very much, everybody, for watching here tonight. This was a fun one, man. 3 figures, all of them great. and I hope you enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed doing it for you. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for donating as well. Really appreciate that generosity. It helps out a ton, you don't even know. And if for some reason you haven't already, I highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel for more content. I took a break this Wednesday, but I usually do stream Wednesdays and Fridays on this channel. So look forward to more just playing streams. Look forward to more drawing streams, perhaps. Maybe even building streams. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do. Not going to do any gaming streams for a while because I have been playing Silksong off camera. Went far beyond that first stream that we did last Friday. And I'm taking a break from it because my thumb is literally fucked up. I didn't talk about that for the whole stream, but I've literally got blisters on my fingers. All right? Ringo Starr quote. But anyway, leave a like on the VOD. Leave a like on the VOD leave a like on the stream if you like. Leave a comment on the VOD when it comes out, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my main channel as well. More toy reviews probably at the end of the month. We'll see. Stay tuned for that. Godzilla related, for sure. I'm taking a break from Transformers as well. So look forward to more Godzilla kaiju related stuff. I am going to force it down your throats if it's the last thing I do. Okay. I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. And so what if you can see the darkest side of me? Somebody help me tame this